Chowder. There he is. Everyone, Chowder wanted to say hello today. Hello.
Hi, Chowder.
Everyone, welcome in. I gotta lean back so you can see him on camera. There he is. We have Kitty.
Lean back.
How is everybody? Okay, Mantuka has advantage. I saw someone gave me disadvantage earlier. You can go, bud. Go ahead.
Damn right.
Thank you for saying hello.
Motherfucking mogas, bitches.
He's got the zoomies tonight, dude. He's going all over here. What's up? How's it going? I did. Of course you did, you fucker. Alright, closing the door. There we go. Everybody welcome in. Thank y'all for coming in, showing up, and hanging. To you lover hymns. Everyone loves you, Chowder. You beautiful little bastard. He is the best. We love him very much. Innocent with the disadvantage. Kieran didn't do it for once? Damn. Damn. Anyway, I just want to thank everyone for coming in. That's crazy show up right off the bat. Right. We love you guys. Double raids from Grim and Kieran.
Double
Prime
kitty.
Subby from Ryan. Thank you. Appreciate you, buddy. All the best. Fuck. What's new? We don't have a lot. There's oh my god. This is so cute. This is adorable. So many kitties on stream. We love it. Nothing really new going on over here. We got full weeks of streams for the next little bit till the next little bit of work kicks in here and get that freelance shit rolling. Start getting those paydays. So I'm gonna be loading the stream schedule. We're taking Wednesdays and Sundays off. That's it. I'll be going out of town this Wednesday. Should be fun. We're diving into some Baldur's Gate on the weekends. Basically kind of just going as we see fit and picking what games we want the day of. We're playing Far Cry with Kieran tomorrow. We can do a cats only D&D session. I literally have pitched that idea to people 3 times and no one wants to because they think it's cringe.
Oh, Stuart is a human druid.
People called me cringe because I wanted to play a cat campaign of D&D. I'm like,
Stuart
I'm
is a human
sorry.
druid. IRL.
Yeah, you are people. You are people who called me cringe. It was Hell's Corp.
Yeah, it's fucking cringe.
Yeah. It's not wrong. Like,
No,
if you want to be Backsy, cool.
Okay,
But if you all have to
okay.
be fucking cats?
Entire D&D campaign in Redwall. You don't have to be cats. You can be any tiny little animal creature you want, including little anthropomorphic mice. Super fun times.
Spider monkey.
Oh, that's fair. That's cool.
Aaron gone.
Anyway, thank y'all for coming in. Who you're asking? So I asked Hell's Corp. So debatably, yes, Quinn. That's exactly who I've been asking. Is psychopaths.
1d4 poop damage.
Anyway, that's it for me. We've been playing in Insomnia Nights, Fallout games on Sunday nights at like fucking 11 o'clock Eastern, midnight my time. Next week will be my last one for a little while. Thurg's going to be taking a little time for himself to figure out his life goals. And maybe I'll be, swinging back in on occasion here and there when I get the chance. I also got Goblets and Warlocks ongoing campaign coming up this Saturday. We're doing that every 2 weeks, where I'm playing Sprocket, the Goblin Artificer, and having a wonderful time with that. Look, there's the 3D print of it. I love it. I have one here too, the one you did. That's for sick. Me. And then there's one over with Goblets too, because I got the color 3D printed one from Hero Forge. It looked really nice. I gotta say, it was my first color print. It came out real good. Hello, psychopath. It's okay. We do get a lot of psychos in here. It's just y'all be on stuff. It's like the picnic of dogs playing Pokemon. Exactly, cats playing D&D. I think we can do it. I think we can make it happen. I'm sure there's enough people in the world who love cats to do that. It's fine, Peter. You're not invited. All right? Damn.
Space cat.
It's a cat campaign in space. It's everything you despise.
Zero combat.
Oh my fucking god, just fucking end me.
Every second episode is a shopping
With a
episode.
space laser.
Every second. It would be a space laser. It would be a space laser, 100%. Though we mentioned Hell's Corp earlier. It's been a while, buddy. Been off for a little bit. We had a little bit of you last week towards the end of the session.
And now I'm 100% back.
100%. Definitely here in the flesh. Yeah.
It's me. Take a look at my glorious face and lungs.
Try to tell the people what you've been getting up to in the meantime, and we'll get you a shout out. Y'all, if you haven't already, go follow Hells. It's always a pleasure to have him. We're so happy to have him back. You thought he was real? That's like the 6th person tonight. I'm so happy.
I am
I did
real.
too.
What's wrong?
What are you
What's
talking
the
about?
matter?
That's a perfectly normal human being.
This is how I function. Very normal. I've been.
normal.
If you were here last week, you saw me working on a toilet. Does anybody want to see what it looks like now?
Yeah, let's see that toilet, dude.
It looks
Show me
good.
or you shit.
Give me 1 second. I will show you the toilet.
Show me your genitals. Genitals.
Show me
Wow.
the difference between
That's
a
a
girl
deep
who
cut.
poops and a bitch who shits.
Genitalia.
What the fuck?
But-
Nice toilet.
Ah,
Solid
funny.
crapper. Solid shitter. It's nice. I respect
Nice
it.
commode, bro.
Fair enough. You got anything
I
else
hate
going
that
on
word.
stream
I
wise?
hate
You
it.
you making a comeback anytime soon?
I've been fucking busy, dude. I
Mhm.
don't know. I've been playing Baldur's Gate in the only amount of free time I have, so you fuckers are gonna have to wait.
Oh yeah, I'm doing that right after D&D, like straight up. I can't wait. I'm so hyped on the Baldur's Gate right now. It is my life. But I think it's because Kayla wants to fuck the little vampire boy. It's fine. It's a thing. I'm
Oh,
more
I
into
fucked
the
him.
demon lady with the one demon horn, and
Attaboy.
the glowing red skin. That's a little more my taste. But you know, we
Meanwhile,
all have our preferences.
Look,
We're fucking the elf.
look,
I know
look.
we're fucking the elf, Kayla. I know.
Shadowheart.
Yeah,
Shadowheart.
100% agree.
I fuck.
Completely.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I'm
fucking
in it.
with-
I'm
fucking
in
with
it,
Shadowheart.
dude. I am so far into
In fact, everyone in
I want to
that.
fuck her like
I got
a
to
US
kiss her
fuck Bin
before.
Laden.
Oh, there you
fucking-
go. In fact, everyone is so goddamn horny for
I'm
that
getting there.
game that JT and I decided that the most out-of-pocket thing we could do is do an abstinence-only run. So we were playing an entire run through a Baldur's Gate and resisting the temptations of the flesh. It's gonna be great. It's been really funny so far. We've already had some
Mormon
moments.
run.
I talked to the demon woman for like 2 minutes, and I was like, I think I'm gonna fail this.
No, the Mormon run
abstinence-only.
would be they.
Mormon run is you
fucking-
marry everybody in the camp. All
No,
of
no,
your
no.
companions.
Mormon run is you soak.
You soak?
Yeah, you soak. You know about soaking?
I don't want
God.
to. I don't want to. No,
No,
I'm good.
basically
I'm
what
fucking good.
soaking
I'm good.
is-
I'm good.
Is where
Nope.
This is soaking.
They don't believe in sex. So what they'll do instead
Oh, yeah. Right,
is
right.
they will have both the individuals that want to have sex together, they will insert the penis into the vagina and then just sit there. And they will have another friend come and jump on the bed
Boing,
beside
boing,
them.
boing, boing.
I've heard about this. That's right.
I'm
This is
gonna
real.
be honest.
This is
I'm-
100%
This is
real.
real.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm
That's a
not.
threesome.
100%
I'm
real.
yeah, I'm not. That's basically a threesome. That's a sin.
Yeah, it
First
is,
of all.
but that
First
is
of all,
their,
that is a sin.
workaround.
That is sinful.
The
That's
person
their
moving the
work.
bed
I don't.
has a name.
Let me just
I
say
forget
this.
the name.
Let me just say this.
It's the
No, let me
oh, I used to know the
just
name
say
too.
this. I'm not sad, or I'm not as sad that that's a thing as I am that all of you except Peter and I knew
about it?
about that thing. Okay, I think you guys need to just maybe reassess how much time you're spending on the internet,
Using
and
I
maybe
I'll have you
just
know.
religious
maybe
trauma.
go outside and touch some fucking grass.
I'm trying to figure
I
out.
mowed the lawn yesterday.
The person jumping on the bed obviously gets a good core workout. Their legs are gonna get in good shape real fast. You know, you gotta help
It's
out the homies
team
sometimes.
building.
100%. It's team building. It bonds. Maybe they tag in if someone gets a little sleepy. I don't know.
James
Fucking-
Bond.
That's a threesome, though. That is sinful. I'm against that. We're cutting this entire discussion out of
Not
the
to
VOD for
God.
YouTube. It's gonna be great. Anyway, without further ado, y'all go show some
No
love to
sex
Hell's
worker.
Court. We got weather check. Oh, it's nice out. It's sunny. Well, it's foggy, and it's the middle of the night, so it's just dark and foggy. We got dark and foggy.
One fine day in the
One
middle
fun
of the night.
day. Yeah, one fun day in the middle of the night. Love it.
Two dead
So,
boys got up.
without further ado, let's recap last session. You guys kind of backed off after encountering some vampiric mists that were seemingly rather starved on the road and had mostly exhausted their food supply up until this point. It was a fairly quick combat and fairly easily dispatched by the group, particularly Stanislav, with his more radiant powers. You can judge, man. You can do your little hand movements, man, too. I bet them smites were helping. Anyway, you guys kind of retreated back from the mist a little, moving further back up the way you'd come to to try and avoid a further encounter with the mists. You found what looked like a decent spot to camp. You set up watch, and you all rested for the night. However, Stanislav, seemingly a little distracted on his watch, failed to notice another series of vampiric mist blowing in on the fog. Unfortunately, that nat one did have a little bit of consequences. Luckily for you.
Yeah, but I fucking murdered them.
Luckily for you. I don't know what that Peter, you're muted.
I was just mouthing one job.
Yeah,
One job.
100%. Luckily for you, however, the alarm you had set around the camp had somewhat given you a hint of their presence, that someone had come in on ground level, and you were not surprise attacked. However, your horse did take a little bit of a hit there, further out from the camp, having been left alone and unattended. You all dispatched the mists with relative ease after taking a couple light hits, and decided to finish up your night's rest and make your way back onto the road and continue northward to the town of Ravencrest. You eventually did arrive towards the later hours of the day, kind of getting into the evening, and took a couple moments to interact with the local populace, a guard that you stopped to ask for directions, a local stable
I
boy.
showed up.
Oh yes, actually, I'm sorry. It was during all of that. For some reason, I thought you showed up after they had arrived. It was my bad. It was after the mist fight. A fortuitous re-encounter with Mr. Maker, who had seemingly tracked them down and flown here using his very special boots of flying, had finally...
And there was something different.
Yeah, he had himself a different looking backpack on him, something that you guys hadn't seen before.
Oh, there was something else.
Including,
that was different.
I know, just let me... Yeah!
Okay, I was just saying.
Fuck!
You said I could retcon it, so I came to retcon it.
Just let me get through one recap, please. I'm so sad. Okay. And also a rather interesting, somewhat Baby Bjorn-esque contraption to carry his gnomish companion, Svartle, the gnome, with him as a traveling combat companion attached at all times to his chest. At which point you arrived and finally made your way to Ravencrest. And like I said, interacted with some of the local populace and received a couple not so veiled warnings. I don't want to call them threats because they weren't necessary. Well, there was one threat. The guard straight up threatened Hell's Court. But other than that, some not so thinly veiled warnings about how to behave in the town that seemed to be coming from a place of earnestness and honesty. And you all realized very quickly that there was something going on here that didn't quite sit right with all of you. You separated for a bit, Mantuka and Mr. Maker making their way to the local inn, the Crow's Rest, and Stanislav and Gregory making their way around town, eventually finding their way to the chapel, or the Temple of Torm, where they found a statue, Sir JT the Just, a once valiant hero of Torm, smashed to pieces and laid shattered all over the ground. Moss had already begun growing over it as if it had happened some time ago. Peculiar things stood out that nothing else in the temple had been touched. Just hadn't been maintained beyond that. Only that statue was destroyed. As you were taking in that moment, you heard a soft, but commanding voice behind you, as you turned to find yourself face to face with a stunningly beautiful woman. Pale skin, long flowing white hair going halfway down her back, and elegant evening robes. Definitely not her most formal attire, but something she would be comfortable being seen in public in. She beckoned you follow her back to her house. Yes, a little bit of persuading and pushing, and you all agreed, at which point you arrived and were left in a kind of foyer meeting room, kind of greeting area with some couches, some teas laid out on the table for you, and then the Countess left you to your business. At which point Mantuka and Mr. Maker, you were simultaneously tracked down by a local guard who had been sent to find you and told you that you were expected at the Countess's mansion on the north side of town. You all went together and arrived at the mansion, at which point, finally reunited, you took some time to look around. Stanislav, somehow, being the most observant one in the group this time around, very quickly picked up on the fact that there was something very strange at work here. While all of the paintings depicting the owner, or the seemingly owners of this home, stretched back a number of hundreds of years. I believe it was about 400 or 500. I think I told you 1,000 last session. That was my mistake. I rechecked my dates. About 400 or 500 years. Several generations. Yet all looking mysteriously similar to the woman who had summoned you here today. That fact was not lost on you. And something else that was not lost was that with each painting, her eyes became lonelier and her face less lifelike. Just eat the cat onto the... He's so cute.
Yeah, he was trying to bite this.
And that is where we left off. Hell's Court, if there's anything you'd like to add.
Yes, there's a lot I would like to add. And by a lot, I just mean when I showed up, at the camp before. I was a little predisposed in real life, so I wasn't fully thinking clearly. But there was an air of more chill to Mr. Maker. And that's about it. Up until right before the guard came and found us, Mr. Maker snuck into the back room and changed his shape just a little. Dirty blonde hair, a large Hawaiian shirt, a snapback cap, and he's ready to go.
Brah.
I'm not even mad. You see Mr. Maker kind of step out now in a strangely patterned floral shirt and a piece of headwear that you, while not quite familiar with, definitely can see the appeal of. And it would seem that Mr. Maker has taken on a much more laid-back persona. Tell me, Mr. Maker, are you wearing sandals and socks?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Just wanted to make sure.
Very
They're like
much
the high socks, right? Like halfway up the calf.
and they're like
deal.
Dad socks.
Yeah, and they're
Got it,
like
got it.
almost surfer shorts, but not quite. A
Mhm.
little bit longer.
Is
Okay.
that Tony Bahama?
You wearing capris? Are you telling me you're wearing fucking capris right now?
Yes.
Is it?
You're
Yeah,
wearing high
Tony
socks.
Bahama?
He's wearing high socks and capris.
That's the Tony
Oh my
Bahama.
God. Oh no, I'm sorry I didn't notice your bits, T-Cat and Nerd Hollow. Thank you guys so
Isn't it
much. Appreciate you
Tony
guys so
Bahama?
much. Who the fuck knows? And you all find yourselves now standing in this room. Is there anything you would like to do? As that is where we are picking up. You have been left unattended except for the 4 guards who currently find themselves sitting about the room. What's up, Mantuka?
I don't want to stand anywhere near him in that garb. It's foreign to me. It assaults my eyes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm a bull and he's wearing red. Let's go. Come on, stare attention.
I kind of want to. I almost want there to be a role for that, but I don't want to be a dick to you guys.
No, I'm just gonna like
Roll
take a,
for
like, a double
Totoro.
Yeah,
look.
I'm
and
like,
just kinda look
are
at
we
him.
are we okay with Mantuka getting aggressive right now? Do we have player consent to take away player agency right now? No, completely unnecessary.
Yeah, Stanislav is just kind of taking in these paintings
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of going. He's caught on now that they likely are of the same person, so he's gone back to the beginning and is studying them a bit more intently, individually.
Okay, anything in particular you're looking for? I'll say if you want to, you can roll me a religion or history check real quick.
Sure.
Got it.
Yeah, I'd be looking for maybe a piece of jewelry that's continuous throughout all of them, or like something else that's not necessarily her that is also there. History or religion, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Cool! -1 on both of them.
Nice. Okay. You can read simple dates. Checking my dates
Whoa.
again, you do notice that the time
the
does
form
go
maybe
back almost 1,000 years, if not a little more. That's my bad.
Okay.
My dates are all over the place. I need to redo my
And they
calendar.
are indeed dated.
With the 12. Yep, going as far back as the year, if I'm reading that right, the year 2000 and the first one was 2013, which you know now the year is 3291. So about 1200 years was the first one. And then
Wow.
the second painting, and like I said last time when you saw it, the second painting is noticeably, there's now a noted sadness in your eye, like you're empathizing with just the painting of this woman. There's a loneliness to her face. That one is dated. Ooh, fuck, 1 second. I have like 60 million dates to pull up right now.
I'm not as concerned about the exact date, so you don't have to tell me the date of all of
no,
them.
it's important. This one is important.
Okay, if this one is important.
Yeah, so this would be taken the year, it would be about 30 years later. So it's 2013, it would be around 2033, probably be dated 2033.
Okay.
You know, specifically based on that religion roll with the +4, which is 12, that was around the same time that the war happened with Ropesh himself. when
Okay.
JT the Just was actually killed. Was around that time. It was around the year 2017. So somewhere in between that era.
Okay.
That stands out. So you know this, like, she was around during the time of that war. A few things stand out in terms of jewelry and things you're picking up on her, and that's basic observation. You already rolled high enough on that to pick up on that as of last week. A few things. There's a jeweled brooch that you see still on her person to this day. The jewel on it is kind of just a large emerald, light green color. It's a very beautiful gem. And then the other thing
is that consistent throughout all of the paintings?
Every single painting, yes.
Okay.
You also see a wedding band.
Okay.
Around her finger. A very simple but well-made looking wedding band, and that is also consistent on all of the photos.
Okay.
Roll me. This is for something special. Roll me one more investigation or perception check, please.
Okay. One more question. The next painting after that, when she was in the Ropesh era, what's her expression like after that?
Sadness.
Still more
and
sadness?
as you get further on, anger.
Okay.
Now roll me another perception or investigation, your choice.
I will do perception.
Yes, Mr. Maker.
I didn't expect it to move the camera. Oh, wait.
Roll.
What?
12.
You put your hand up. What's up?
Oh, wait. Go ahead.
I'm addressing it now. You put your hand up. Just tell me what's up.
Okay. All right. Well, how much? It's kind of an in-depth question, but how much about this area do I know? Considering I came in late, I don't know what the party was told or what all.
You would know very little.
I don't even know
nothing.
why we're here, to be honest.
You were there for that. That was like
No,
during.
I wasn't.
Yeah,
I was not here for 4 weeks.
No, that was the time you guys left the sanctuary the first time when you met with all the dwarves. You're up here to protect one of the lost limbs of Ropesh. You were there for that. That was right before your head injury, and then you took 4 weeks off right after. So I understand why you're forgetting. No, you guys made your way up here to do that. You wouldn't know anything about the area specifically. You're not from here. This is very far to the north from where your neck of the woods was. You probably would have never traveled up here.
Okay. But I wouldn't have read anything about it or anything.
As you actively weren't here and you were suffering from head trauma, I would say you did not take any time to actively research anything. You were, not in a very good state. But as it stands, you don't know a whole lot. Like, you could look through and be like, pretty tree! And that's about it. Like, you got hit in the head with a big-ass rock, and it took you several
and
weeks
then
to
I
recover.
punched you so fucking hard.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled like a 24. Or something like that.
I remember we met with the goblins, but I don't remember anything about his fucking hand. I remember about the sword that could control the desert.
Bro, you need to go back and revisit some notes or something. There's what sword?
Actually, DM, we have a
the
YouTube
desert
channel
weapon.
that you can go back and see all of these episodes and more.
Am I smoking fucking crack? Isn't there a weapon that's buried under the thing that could move
literally
sand and shit?
It's an entire temple.
Yeah, it's like a telescopy thing. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said it was a weapon.
I mean, it is, but it's in a temple. It's not a sword.
I just assumed sword.
No, no, you don't know a lot. You didn't do any research before coming up here. Most of the party didn't even do a lot of research before coming up here. Stanny, like I was saying, as you look through the paintings, and what was your it was a 12 again.
Just a 12, yeah.
Okay, you don't pick up on anything else beyond that.
Okay.
But you do notice the brooch is the same. The wedding band is consistent the entire time, never removed.
And she had both of those pieces on when I met her, right?
Wedding band you wouldn't have seen because her hands are kind of folded into her sleeves, but she definitely did have the brooch on. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. That's regardless of seeing both. I've seen one, so that confirms that this is the same person for me.
Or it's a family heirloom, but you can interpret that data however you choose. Absolutely reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just going back to what you mentioned at the end of last session, how strikingly similar are the details of the person? Like, do they really look like the same person progressing through time?
They look like a person progressing through time, with an increasing amount of polish and fakeness added to the image. Like, whereas the first one seem authentic and the expression genuine, the smile honest, as that goes on, that very much fades and it becomes very clear, like the painter was trying to interpret what this woman would have looked like if she had been smiling in such a way. But the eyes are what give away all the different shades of emotion throughout the periods of time.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Are the eye colors all the same in every painting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's very interesting. So that's probably what I'll just be spending time looking at the paintings. I'm guessing it's going to take a long time to get all these details.
Takes you some time. What are the rest of you all getting up to, Tony Bahama and everybody?
Do I see the remainder of the party? Like, I'm in the same room.
Oh yeah, you guys are all in this room together at this point. You do notice several doors. They are all closed. The front doors behind you close as you all come in and everything, and there's just the 4 guards watching you, 2 with crossbows, 2 with just pike and shield.
Is Smelly with me?
Yeah.
Pussies.
Whole party's with you at all times.
Pussies.
There's an insight. I'm gonna come in and kind of like stand near Stanny. What's the floor situation? Do we get some like marble or
beautiful hardwood? Beautiful hardwood. Looks, if you had to guess, probably made from the exact same lumber they'd harvest here in the lumber yards and mills.
Okay.
Keeping it local. Everything here does seem like it was probably sourced locally.
Farm local.
The stone is
I'm gonna kind of drag my my ironed hooves a little bit, being kind of a cunt a bit, and I'm gonna go stand by Stanny and just try to figure out what the fuck he's going through.
Okay. Dragging your feet along on the floor. We love that. You notice Stanny is transfixed with these paintings. His eyes are locked on them. He cannot seem to draw his focus away from them. And you yourself, even looking at them, you see a series of depictions of vaguely different looking, but very similar looking women progressing throughout a series of periods of time throughout the last 1200 years or so.
And generally represented as an attractive, like, human, like, for the most part, like...
Ears are covered by the hair. You can't really pick anything out. You don't see anything that suggests elf, but very, very beautiful woman. If not a little pale.
Hey big guy. I say to you as you come up behind me.
Is this gonna get kinky? Like, this sounds real dirty,
hey,
like, how you're starting this off.
Hey, big guy!
Hey big guy. No, Stanislav, and he doesn't even, his eyes don't leave the painting. He's still looking at it.
And you say, "Hey, big guy," to me? That's how we're starting this conversation?
That's how Stanny talks, yeah.
The big brother.
I'm pretty sure that, and I'm like whispering basically to him, that the lady whose manor this is, they're all of either her or her family.
Yeah, they're all paintings. Yeah. I didn't roll good. Like,
you roll like shit. You just see pretty lady in nice dresses, and there are other paintings of other individuals throughout time, but like none of them are like really stand out or as big. There are other things depicted here, but those are what stand out here.
I know you'll be fine, but just be careful what you say around her. She seems like a real interesting lady.
Have you talked to her yet?
Briefly. It was kind of strange.
So you're just like loitering now?
Well, no, she insisted that we come stay with her at her manor instead of the terrible, horrible place that we were at. Something like that.
So do you want to like have like a sleepover? We're having a sleepover with a rando? Does that seem safe?
Well, I don't think it's exactly like that, but I don't know. She could have information that we need, or it could be the opposite of that. So just be careful. But
okay. Strange question. Just Minotaur to you. Have you ever gone somewhere to get information, and then they make you sleep over? Like.
Actually, sort of.
I thought we were just coming for like Din Din. I didn't think this is like a spa.
I don't think it's quite like a spa either.
Good, I have no fucking clue what a spa is.
With any luck, we'll be out by the morning and on our way. So, hope for that.
Okay, well, what if we don't? Like, what do you think could happen to us in this?
Well, hopefully it doesn't come to it, but we might have to leave involuntarily.
Struggle, snuggle. Yes.
It's at that point that you all hear a voice come from the other side of the room. Now you wouldn't be thinking of leaving me so soon, now would you? And you all turn to see the very familiar depiction of the woman from the wall, from all the paintings, standing there, real as the day. Same thing. Now, Stanny and Gregory wearing nicer clothes than she was when she met you. She's kind of formaled it up a little, definitely brought out the nicer wardrobe for the occasion. You all see the very familiar bright green brooch on her neck, and her hands are just crossed in front of her chest. And you do see now her hands unveiled. There is still a wedding band on her hand, Stanislav.
Okay.
Welcome. She takes a minute.
What did she introduce herself as again? I know we.
She introduced herself as Countess Maugreve.
Spell that for me.
Maugreve. Maugreve.
Sounds like Mogus.
Welcome,
Miss Mogus.
all of you, my home. I appreciate you all coming on such short notice. And in such, she looks over to Miss Maker, fine attire.
Thanks, babe.
Takes a moment to kind of all go and address you all. Gregory, she comes over, offers a hand to you.
Hi, hello, madam.
Oh, she kind of like takes your hand and puts one hand on top of it and gives it a pat. So shy, so sweet. She kind of almost glides past you, very casually. Takes a moment to introduce herself to each of you, Mr. Maker. She approaches you as well. I have to say I've never seen someone quite so peculiarly dressed, but you are rather fetching on the eye. Pleasure to meet you.
Very
and
sweet of you.
whereas with Gregory, where she offered her hand up to accept his, she holds her hand out and down towards you.
I give her a fist bump.
Nice. roll me just for fun. Just roll me a straight charisma check, please. I want to see how
Madam Mogus,
fist-
Nux.
an 18
Good God, let's go.
And I will flash of genius that as
to a
per
20 to a
usual.
23. You want to go to 23 for
Yeah.
a fist bump? As you reach out to fist bump, she picks up on it and she closes her hand and hits you with it. Provincial. Haven't seen that in some time.
Provincial.
It's a pleasure, my dear. She swings over to Stanislav. Very again offers you the hand, palm down, outstretched.
He does the very traditional thing and takes her hand gently and bows to her.
Roll me an insight
My lady.
check, please.
Okay. Natural 5.
You don't notice anything. Yeah, you don't pick up it.
Or
Damn,
5.
okay. Nope. She
very
lightly,
insightful.
again, doesn't bow per se, just lightly nods her head very gracefully as you take her hand. And then she makes her way over to Mantuka. And you, so strapping. How are you doing,
I
my
just
big
say, like,
friend?
he kind of stands up, like, taller and kind of.
I respect a man who knows how to handle himself in the face of nobility. And she very slowly turns her head to Mr. Maker and then back to you, locking eyes for a moment. Extends her hand as well.
Mantuka nods and does whatever you do with a human's hand. Say it like, I don't fucking know
Break it.
what he'd think the custom would be, because no one actually fucking did it.
Nope, not a single one.
I guess he'll just like hold it and kind of like
also,
bow.
well,
I guess that's what
yeah. It would be more of a bow, I guess, unless you want to give her a big cow lip kiss on her hand. I don't know, like it's up to you. But
I've been told to be good.
A light
I've
bow
been
is
told
good.
to be good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm keeping the tongue for Gregory.
Attaboy.
Save the
Oh my
tongue
God.
for Gregory. That's going on a t-shirt.
The tongue of
That's
life.
the tongue of life. No.
That's
she,
my next cleric's fucking staff.
I want to
Thick,
cast
mucusy
cure wounds.
tongue of life.
Oh no, I don't like that. She lingers, Mantuka, for a moment as you kind of bow. Such a gentleman. If you'd all like to join me, we'll be having a light drink in the courtyard. Please. And she gestures to one of the doors. You see one of the archers, who you all now pick up, head to toe, in armor, top to bottom, face completely covered except for the 2 eye slits in the helmet. And even that is mostly darked out. He steps aside with the crossbow. What's up?
I wanted to do this earlier before she came back in, but as we're like walking past, can I like kind of like try to see anything weird with the guards?
Mm-hmm.
Like
You sure can.
just
Your choice. Perception, insight, or investigation. Whichever. I mean, investigation. You
No,
can
I've
have to
gotta
get
go
up and touch them.
investigation.
Yeah, you kind of got to get up and like
That's
touch
fine,
them a
okay,
little
but-
bit. So like,
Lift your
how,
arms up for me. I
Keep
have
how-
to
in
look at
mind,
this.
I
how
am kind
closely
of
do you want to have a look at
So-
these guys? Investigating, you're physically going up and like moving pieces of their armor and physically like touching them.
So here is my go-to. Mr.
Mhm.
Maker is currently stoner persona. He's kind of stumbling around. He's completely fucking sober, but he's stumbling around. Whatever. He's going to stumble into one of the
Top of field.
guards.
Roll me a performance.
Top- yeah.
Roll me a performance check. Or
Oh,
yeah,
no.
performance. Yep. Okay.
Oh yeah.
22. I guess yeah. Roll me an investigation check because you rolled high enough on that like you sell the fall. You kind of take a minute as he's standing you up to like pat his armor. Armor is impeccably well made. It is expensive. It is sturdy. It is pricey. Nothing really strikes you as odd about anything beyond that. One thing that does stand out though, that is beyond just like what you're investigating. This is just picking up on your perception, your regular senses. There is a slight odor coming from this soldier. Smells
Okay.
perfumed and putrid. Like someone's
Good to know.
covering the smell of something foul with something pleasant, and it's only just doing the job. It's like when you go to a school gym and they're just spraying Axe body spray, and it's like there's Axe body spray and BO now. That's all there is. So it's like putrid and perfume. There you go. We love it.
Like a
Something-
porta potty.
Mr. Maker,
I just have an Axe
Mr. Maker will-
product ready to go at all times.
Mr. Maker will like push himself up off
he actively
off the
like
guy's,
bends
like,
to stand
chest.
you and like stands you back up. He gives you a
Yeah.
pat on the shoulder, and he's not impolite about it. He's stern. You can you gather he's probably not happy you fell into him, but he stood you up. Careful, sir. We'd hate for something to happen to you. And gives you a light
You
pat.
smell good, bro. And then I'm gonna walk back to the group.
Appreciate that. Enjoy.
Yeah.
And he,
No
he
problem,
gestures
dude.
to the door. You guys head into a courtyard. In the center of the house. You now realize the house is basically just a large square built around this center courtyard. You find a nice table. There is a gazebo there. I could not find a good gazebo, so just use your imaginations. The table's under a gazebo. That looks like it was made. It's carved from wood, definitely the same wood that the hardwood floors are coming from. It's all sourced from like the local forest. It looks meticulously hand carved, and there's like interweaving vines ripped around it. And the table itself, large, sturdy wood, again from the same as everything else. And there is an assortment of kind of just like biscuits and a teapot. There's some wine waiting to be poured as well. Basically, whatever kind of suits your fancy. There's some light snacks and a light cup of tea. There are enough chairs for everybody. As the guard, some of the servants that are you see kind of just wandering around in the background bring over a couple extra chairs to make sure there's room for everyone. She sits down, gestures to the chair next to her, and on either side. Who would be sweet enough to sit next to me? Looks through the crowd. You, big man.
I straighten up and I kind of just bow and just kind of like emit. It's not like grunt, but just like puff of air comes out of my snout.
Good. As you sit, she kind of pats you on the arm. Keep you nice and close, where I can keep my eye on you.
I'm good.
She gestures to the other empty chair now, not persuading anyone in particular, but it is open. And there's not enough chairs that there's going to be an extra one who's going to take up the other side of her.
Before Gregory even knows what's happening, his legs are
Eiffel
moving.
Tower!
He's just, oh, I'm walking. I am. He just sits down next to her.
We have the power!
So sweet. Nice boy. And the rest of you, please grab a seat. Of tea, wine, whatever suits your fancy. We have it all, I assure you. Does everyone take a seat?
Yeah, I'll take a seat.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
kind of like, how big is this table?
Large.
Like, how many seats are there?
There is enough for all of you. So 4 of the party plus her. So 5 seats total.
Okay. So I'm gonna sit. It looks round on the table, on the sheet. Is that?
Mhm.
I'm gonna sit polar across from her.
Okay. Easily done. She just like locks eyes with you. Perfect. Danny grabs a seat too.
I'm gonna grab a seat and just motion to one of the servers for some alcohol.
Someone comes over and basically just gestures to any of the bottles on the table. What would you like, sir?
Keep it coming. Grab like 3 of them and just fucking start casually day drinking at the table by himself.
That's your pleasure, my lord. And the servant just leaves as you start helping yourself. The Countess looks at you and just smiles faintly.
When I see her
Trying
looking
to-
at me, I just kind of like put down like 2 of the 3 bottles.
Very obviously, I try to sneak lighting a pipe, and then like hide it under my Hawaiian shirt. Just kind of take little puffs of it now and again. Very obviously, I'm not trying to actually hide it, but I'm trying to make it look like I'm trying to hide it.
Yeah, okay.
Are you
Okay.
vaping
Roll me
at the
another
table?
performance check, please, as
Nice.
we are now actively acting. This is fun. We are role playing acting as we're
Ooh,
acting and
that's-
role playing. It's crazy.
14.
Okay, you try to make it look like you're not trying to make it obvious, like you're trying to sell the bit a little, and she clocks it immediately. You know you don't have to hide that. It's perfectly fine if you smoke in the company of a lady.
Oh, well. Thanks. I pull it out, start ripping fat hits.
Do make sure to share, my dear. We don't like the greedy folk around here.
Of course. Let me just finish this one.
Stanislav's gonna just take a bottle of wine and
As you
Pour
reach for a
himself a
bottle,
glass.
one of the servants comes over and quickly begins pouring you a glass. Just lightly twist the bottle at the end. If there's anything else, sir, just please do not hesitate to wave me down. We are at your disposal. Evening.
thank you. Stanislav kind of awkwardly
He smiles. and
gestures.
bows
He's
as well.
very not used to this.
All of the servants are acting very similar to each other. They're very they're very proper, they look like they have been doing this for some time. They're
This
all
is
very
Goth
experienced.
Stepford.
Yep. Goth Stepford, we love it. So, now that we're all comfortable and acquainted, do tell me, why is it you've come to my town? You made quite the entrance, and I heard you ran into some trouble on the road.
Very
Yeah,
much so. We
sometimes
did.
the smoke fights back.
It does, I'm afraid. We've been having problems with that.
No monkeys on the ship. I mean,
That was before that.
You're a very odd child, young one. Pats you on the shoulder as well. What's up, Brandon? Welcome in, buddy.
Well, we did encounter some strange fog beings or mist-like beings that seemed to sap the life out of one.
Yes, I'm afraid the mists very much have a mind of their own.
Yes, but thankfully we were able to defeat many of them.
Oh,
Oh.
good. You have done my city a service then. Thank you. Please, help yourself to everything my estate has to offer for as long as you're here. I advise
Wow.
you stay at least the night. The roads are not safe in the dark.
they get
course.
worse.
Well,
All you saw was the mists. It's a question.
Indeed.
It gets much worse, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Best stay close, where I can keep you safe.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Like, no disrespect, but why us?
Why you? What do you mean?
Why do you
made your
want
way
to keep
here.
us safe?
I want to keep everyone safe. Look around. Do my people not seem happy? Do not seem
Well,
satisfied?
We're the heroes.
There are other inhabitants of the tavern.
And
Why
they are all safe.
invite us to stay?
Because you're the only visitors we've had in some time. And if you're brave enough to make the trip and determined enough to do so, I can't help but wonder, there must be a reason. Why have you come?
Sightseeing, mostly.
Roll me a deception check.
That's a nat 20, baby.
Oh my god.
You didn't beat it. She gets close.
I don't have to tell the truth, thank God.
You do appear to be the, touristy type. Perhaps someone else. You all came here together just to see the sights. Yet I found you. He looks to Gregory and Stanislav. Wandering alone at night in the temple. Strange place to find someone. Surely you did not travel all the way here just to visit the decrepit old temple to a crippled god.
No,
Well-
no.
Not entirely, but I am a man of God myself.
I noticed. Smelt it as soon as you entered my town.
I have, and Gregory just sort of picks up one of the napkins, tears it in half, goes and puts his box on the table, and little mending mouse pops out and just fixes it. I saw the statue and I wanted to try.
I would advise against it.
See, this one here, I point to Stanislav. He insisted that we make a pit stop at this dirty old temple.
Well, there's a lot of lost culture there that
Meant to be
I'm
gleaned.
sure. I'm sure you've told us constantly.
I don't
dude.
know. And he's gonna turn and like face her as he's drinking his vino out of the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember why we're here, but they're scared of you. They think you're a lich or something. I say you're good people though.
That's absurd. What would make you think such a thing?
Stanislav is staring at Mantuka as if he wants to stab him in the mouth.
It's called a snout.
It's my face hole.
Now, why would you think such a thing? I invite you to my home, I invite you here, try to keep you safe, and you would accuse me of such a thing.
No, he said they think that, not us.
See, it's all good. Just drink up. We're here for the night, I guess. Huzzah! Mantuka gonna get some.
Pardon my directness, ma'am, but I found the paintings both fascinating and beautiful, and they did all share your likeness. I couldn't help
Yes.
but notice that.
Not a thing I seek to hide. I am quite striking, aren't I?
Nor should
Yes.
you want to hide it.
Well, the ages have been exceptionally kind to me. Surely you don't think a lich could appear such as I? Something so evil and foul.
See?
It was just the first thing that came to mind. I'm not a very versed man in the world of many
Words
things,
hurt.
actually.
Well, I can assure you now I am no lich. I've never aspired to such levels of power. As you can tell,
Yeah,
I'm
well-
quite content here.
Can I roll an insight check on that?
Yeah, 100%. Anyone who wants to, go ahead.
Nat 20 to nat 1, baby.
Hey, you know what? You got the nat 20 when
15.
it mattered, though, for real. Like, let me tell you. 15. Yeah, seems earnest. He does not
Okay.
seem like she has any interest in ascending to lichdom.
Okay.
Or, yeah, not really the capability to do so, or the desire to do so. She definitely speaks with a level of power that kind of radiates from her, but... Tell me, is it a crime to be very old and very beautiful?
Not in the slightest.
Good.
Well, lock me up then.
Indeed, my large friend. She puts an arm on your shoulder and kind of just lightly runs her hand through, like, the fur on your bicep.
Feels so good.
Please pardon me. Please pardon me for the intrusive thoughts, my lady.
Oh, I can't say I blame you. I am a woman of many mysteries. You're here
Must
to
have
see
a-
some sights. Are there any sights in particular that you're here to see? Surely that temple can't be it. It was beautiful once.
I can
Not
imagine
really.
it was.
See, she's a warlock, not a lich.
Right.
That is an oversimplification, my dear. Suffice it to say, I am something. That something is your host.
With the mostest.
And I can assure you... I mean you no harm. For the time being.
Well, case solved.
Did she say for the time being at the end there?
Yep, yeah, tack that
Okay.
right on there.
Okay.
Understand, I have to protect my people, and if you come here bearing ill will, or do anything that would bring harm to my people, I would take it very, very personally.
As you
Right.
understandably would.
Yeah.
And I can assure you that we have no such intentions.
You sure?
Very
I
much
was
so.
told to be good.
You're here to see the sights. I know them all. Is there any I can direct you towards?
Well, I believe I did mention when we met that I had been hoping to locate the tomb of JT the Just.
That old thing. I can tell you where it is. I can also tell you that you'll never find your way inside. And if the forests and the mists have their way, you'll never even make the journey. Now that would be a shame.
I understand that, but I do have to try.
Why? So important. What is in there that's got your attention? A long ancient tomb, long lost, barely known by anybody, and you're here to see it. How do you even know of it? At that point, you notice a little bit of an aggressive tone creep into her voice. That is a very, very closely guarded secret, my friend. Not one that's given out easily. Do you have very powerful friends? Or you're all very knowledgeable yourselves? Either way, that could be a problem. What are you looking for?
Well, I don't see how trying to find an old tomb could be a problem. Stanislav just kind of nervously glances at all of his compatriots at this point.
Greg is like,
Her eyes
got
are
it. One
locked.
tear.
Yeah, her
coming
eyes are
down.
locked on you, Stanislav. Boring
Yeah.
into your chest. The holy symbol that is currently resting on your persons, you could almost feel like it was burning, like her gaze is staring so heavily into that holy symbol that she would strike it from your chest if she could.
Boop.
But she maintains her aura of calm,
Mhm.
beauty, and peace. What are you looking for? Surely you wouldn't brave those mists, brave all these dangerous roads and the forests and everything that waits within them for nothing.
You ever heard of Ropesh?
A smile crosses her lips. I am acutely familiar.
I kind of
yay
figured
or
that
nay?
you were.
He holds up a thumbs up and a thumbs down.
He doesn't answer.
I am. I'm trying to make sure that he stays in the past.
Mm-hmm. And tell me, what do you think his followers would do if they were to find out that I helped you? That you came to my town, and then went to thwart his very plan? What do you think he would do to us, to my people? That tomb is best left sealed. And if anyone's gonna get what lies what's in there, it should be him. That is how I keep my people safe.
Well,
Why
I can tell you.
live in fear?
Fear is a very powerful tool, young one. I do not expect you to understand.
Sure, granted. Trust me, if
shifts back to
anybody understands how
Stanislav.
powerful. Well, that's not nice.
I'm not here to be lectured by a fool.
I am not here to lecture you. I am merely trying to understand why you, seemingly as powerful as you are so adverse to helping your people out of that fear.
My people are safe now. We've not lost
Your
a person to
people
the mist since
are
they enclosed
terrified.
our city. They are terrified, and they're right to be. You speak of things you have
Why
no
not?
knowledge of, that you do not understand. You come here, you bring your problems with you, and you bring the wrath of a madman down upon my entire town. You think this is no issue to me? I told you I did not come here to be lectured by a fool, and a fool you are, sir.
No fool.
Now, if you don't have anything valuable to add to the conversation, I would perhaps turn to your allies who do. And she turns to Mantuka. Her tone changes. You wouldn't lie to me, dear. Are they going to be a problem?
50-50. 50-50.
50-50. Oh, no.
You know, historically speaking, that's about accurate.
Well, as you can understand, that is
One
a
part's the
problem.
wrong way, he goes all to fucking hell.
I appreciate your loyalty, my friend. It will not
I
go
was told to be
unrewarded.
good. Dessert.
If it does help ease your mind at all, I don't seek to take or remove or even disturb.
No,
what
but
is
they seek to
next
take.
in-
You're part of the 50-50 crew.
They seek to take.
I'm
And if
aware.
you stand in their way, what do you think they will do to the people who aided you on your journey? I'm sorry.
Why aid us?
Letting you leave and thwarting the plans of that man is as close to aiding you as anything. Do you think Ropesh the Cruel earned his name by thinking logically? Or do you think he wipes out all those he views as a threat, any who stand opposed him?
And that's why I will die before I let that happen.
I'm afraid
Our intent is to stop him,
I'm aware.
not to let him
You
exact his
will
revenge.
fail. And in your failure, his wrath will come down on us, and any who were foolish enough to not stand in your way.
That's where you're wrong.
Very wrong.
Don't tell me about me being wrong. Do not sit there and think for a moment that you understand the depths of my loss, my sacrifice, what I have given. In that tomb lies the body of my husband. He died fighting the very man you seek to thwart, and in doing so, tore my life apart. And you come here, trying to bring the wrath of that man upon me once more, and think that I will not stand in your way?
That is not what I'm trying to do.
That is what
I
you
am
will
trying to
do.
prevent this.
I do not care about your intentions. I care
You
about
don't
the results.
understand. Whether or not
She is going
we
to raise
stand
her
in his
hand,
way.
and as she does, she's going to cast a spell on you.
Okay.
She's going to cast Charm Person. Or not? No,
Counterspell.
she's gonna cast Dominate Person.
Counterspell.
You sure you want to do that?
Move my hand on top of her thigh.
No,
I'd like to
no, I don't.
cast
You
thigh.
You
No, I
just
don't.
said you cast Counterspell and put it in chat. Are you trying? What
No,
are you doing? Make
never
up
mind.
your mind.
I think about it and make a motion and think twice of it.
I thought so. Mr. Maker, go ahead and roll me a save.
Okay, give me a second.
Wisdom saving throw, please.
And that's +5. 16.
It's like Christmas at the in-laws.
You also get +4 from my aura.
So 20.
You feel the spell not take effect on you. You raise and she says silence, and you see a flash from her hand as she does so.
I stand up. Either way, he is going to take out everybody. He's not leaving anybody, whether you help us or not.
She just raises her hand. You hear doors
Okay.
all around you open as guards begin to file in. Dozens. 15 or more. You see crossbowmen on the roof all aiming down at you. Now I had hoped that we would be able to have this discussion. We could come to an understanding. Perhaps you would leave well enough alone. As that is clearly not the way it is going to go down, and I would hate to slaughter all of you right here. I think it's best, perhaps, you spend a couple nights in the dungeons until you've had time to think about what it is you are doing and what it is you will cause, and the harm it will bring to the people you love and the people I love. If you'd like to make a bigger issue of it, we can settle this right here, but I promise you, you will not leave this house alive. Do you understand?
You know what? So be it, but regardless of what I do or what I don't do, especially what I don't do, that's going to happen. He's going to come back.
He will. And when he does, I
You're
will
making a
rule.
mistake.
We all have our deals to make. I've made mine. That is the end of it. I will not stand here and let another champion of Torm stand in the way of things and bring ruin to all that I care about. Not again. I will raise your faith to the ground before I see another worshipper of Torm cause me any pain. Never again. Now leave me. Would you be so kind as to accompany them, dear, and make sure they don't cause any further trouble?
I assume that's directed to me.
Oh yeah, right towards you. She puts a hand on your shoulder as she says so.
And she wants me to go with them or go with her?
Go with them. She wants you to escort the party to the prison with her guards.
Okay. Let's go, hombres.
I shoot a look at Mantuka of, are you actually doing this?
You see Mantuka stand, have his halberd at the ready.
You told me to be good. I'm being good. So good. So good. Like
At
Mogus brownie points.
At least one of you knows how to behave.
See? See? I'm good.
Good boy. She leans in, and she gives you a kiss on the cheek, Mantuka, and as she does, she whispers in your ear, if they try to run, kill them. She backs away and just stands there with her hands over her chest as the guards form a circle of shields and spears around you. What are you doing? I'm sorry, the guards and Mantuka.
Yeah. I'm going
I'm
to
going with him.
reluctantly get up and start following them.
Mr. Maker?
I revert back to my normal form and follow along.
The shirt changes too, right?
Yeah, no, it's
Nice.
all back to like the purple suit.
Oh man, okay.
That's
Cool.
better. Foolish before.
As you change back, she looks at you. I must say you might look much more dashing like that.
Yeah, well, Too
Perhaps
bad.
if you had come in here looking like that, I might have chosen you to be my puppet instead.
Change back your competition.
She puts her hand on Mantuka's back. Now, I've had my fill of conversation, my dear. Spend
Yeah,
the
let's
night
not
with
talk
them.
all that.
At least now you understand what you're up against.
But
And
you don't
collect.
understand what you are, and I'm not talking about us.
She's unbothered.
Oh.
You get led out the back door of the thing, of the courtyard, towards the back of the house, where you're led around a large cellar door, which is latched with several steel latches opened, and you see just a staircase descending under the house into the dark stone. What's up?
As soon as we get out of the room with her in it, I'm going to activate one of my divine senses, and I would like to know if any of these guards are undead.
Every single one. Yep.
Mhm.
Cool.
She's
Unsurprised.
undead. There is not a living person in this home. The servants are undead. This is it's undead everywhere, and they lead you. You begin to pick up on the smell now too, as you're in close quarters with these individuals. It smells like death, covered with perfume, like someone is trying to mask the smell of rotting flesh under armor with perfume on cloth. And as you're kind of led into this trapdoor, you brought downstairs and into a very thin hallway with moss growing on the walls and just trickles of water kind of seeping through cracks. You hear the sound of rats scurrying on stone and the dripping of water as you're led deeper into these caverns with Mantuka at your back, not being escorted himself, but doing the escorting for you. You're led to a door of a series of iron bars. You see one of the guards wave his hand. Faint glow emanates over it, and he opens the cage. Get in.
Right, let's step in.
He puts his hand on your back and shoves you further in. Everyone else?
Fine by me.
Mantuka,
Follow the rest of the way.
as you get to the back, you did very good, big man. Go keep an eye on him for us, will you, eh? And he, just pushes you gently inside as well. Closes the door behind you and waves his hand once again. You see the green shimmer kind of go around, go over the bars and seal the door shut. And as you sit, you see on your right side is just a massive steel door, towering tall, probably about 10-15 feet high, sealed. And you are in a 20 by 30 foot room. Roll me a perception check real quick while you're all in here for me.
We still have our weapons and armor. And
Yeah,
shields
go
and
ahead.
stuff,
Go ahead,
don't we?
Mantuka. You do.
Can I get a hold? Can I get a hold of the guard or whatever that just let
Yeah,
me in?
yeah. Sure. What's up?
You touch me again, I'll fucking kill you. That's a
Oh.
promise.
That's fair. That's fair. You know, that was my mistake, big man. Have a good time. I don't think you need to worry about me touching you. And he turns and he walks up the stairs. You hear the
Oh,
of the iron boots walking up the stairs.
you're gonna get your junk touched.
That's not what he meant, you fucking pervert.
That's exactly what he meant.
I think that's what he
I
meant.
love it.
That is
so,
100% what he meant.
did everyone roll perception check? Okay, we got 22.
I've been
60
feeling
okay.
trying, baby.
So it doesn't take you long to pick up on it. It is pitch black in here, even with your dark vision, just shades of gray. But what you can see very clearly in the back northern corner of the room is a pile of bodies. Every single one of them completely bone dry. There's not a drop of fluid left in them. They have been drained of every drop of blood they had. And there's a pile of probably 50 bodies high. It's just stacked into the corner.
How similar do these bone dry bodies look to the ones that we encountered on the road?
If you want to, roll me a medicine check. Feel free, be my guest. And 19% for Baldur's. Stop all other internet shit. Just download it. I forgive you if you have to bail on the stream. Okay.
Sick.
I turn on a torch to make it
Okay.
easier for me.
Easily done. You guys do still have all your gear. Was not taken from you. Gathers.
Sweet, I can see.
So, with that and the extra light from Mr. Maker, as he strikes up the torch, you see the bright, that kind of dim light of the torchlight fill the room. And while these corpses do look very similar in the sense that they're very dried out, there are two very, very clear and very distinct puncture marks on every single one of their necks.
Oh.
And the kind of blackening around the veins where it definitely seems like these individuals were drained of all their blood. And
Oh,
as you
shit.
Everything goes click, all into position, all at once for Stanislav.
As you guys,
Oh, we just had an interview with a vampire.
Yeah.
I get you.
yeah, as you guys stand there, it becomes very apparent that you've walked into the den of something very ancient and very evil. And as you guys find yourselves in the bowels of the Maugreve estate, that is where we will take our break for this evening. It got a little dark. I'm sorry about that.
No,
Greg
man,
is
I couldn't get a
terrified.
beat on
That
this
was fun.
woman. I couldn't
That
figure
was
out
fun.
what her deal is.
She's got issues. She's got a lot
Greg
of
has been
problems.
like this whole time.
Been a
Just-
deep RP. Anyway, we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Witches
Thanks for the lurk,
aren't hot.
jokers. I appreciate you. Kayla, thank you. The pigs.
Witches are bitches.
Yeah, if you have to ditch the stream and just let Baldur's Gate 3 download so we can all play it tonight, fucking do it. I will forgive you. We'll be back in 10 minutes, folks. I'm just going to take a quick pee break and smoke myself a little bowl. We'll see y'all in just a few. Love it. We're back. Oh, we gotta go to the 3-man because Mr. Maker is having some internet issues at the moment. So hopefully that does not persist for very long. But for now, you have these 3 beautiful faces to look at. Look at them. Look at them all. Also, Kerbo, that sounds good as shit. Green barbecue chicken strips. Sounds delicious.
Ooh.
I would die for that right now.
Are you streaming?
Can I
for that?
send you
Gotta
my
get, huh?
address?
What's that?
No, you got the countdown going on. Still 16 seconds. And
Oh, we got a long delay, I guess. It happens. I think. I don't know.
Can I
Did the
send you my
stream-
address?
Did the
and
stream
can you
do a
send me
die?
some of those chicken strips, please?
I don't know. Yeah, we need
Can
to
I
get some
send you my
chicken strips
Venmo,
down
but
here.
can you not
We should be
charge
good.
me? Can you buy, please?
I think we're good. Are we good?
I see me on my computer.
Yeah, we're good. We're set.
Ain't
Look
no
at my
other
phone.
man.
I can see us
but
now. What's
you.
up, Creepshow? Thank you
You
for the
know
alert,
you.
homie. I appreciate you. Did you unplug your computer when you moved it? I don't know.
listen, I'm done.
Can see shit fine. JT is good. Okay, we're good. It's a Peter issue. It's a fuck Peter issue. Of course it's a Peter issue. Thank you for the alert, Creepshow. I appreciate you. Thank you everyone who's come out today. Crazy good turnout. I feel bad, T-Cat, Nerd Holla, trying to get the hype train going. I'm Mr. Biddies. I'm so sorry. I don't hear the alerts when the D&D is going on because it distracts and overstimulates me, so I turn them off and I completely miss them. I feel very bad. Very sorry. I'll be sure to thank you appropriately when you get in next and I see you. It's my bad. Sometimes shit get a little crazy. But we are down Mr. Maker for the time being because he's having some issues. He's having some stuff. So, if you guys look at the map you currently find yourselves on, you are up there in that northern room with the giant pile of masticated bodies. You can go ahead and drag your minis wherever you see fit. For a minute, Mr. Maker's face goes kind of blank, as if the signal is not reaching his brain. For a moment, he's kind of just as he switches personas. So we're kind of just dealing with that right now. I hope his internet comes back. I'm fingers crossing. But I've worked this encounter out for 4 people. If I have to run his character for him, I will. But we
Gregory
should be
escaped.
fine.
Run, Gregory, run!
Don't. Hey!
Pump
Hey!
your teen legs!
Hey! Get the fuck back in there! Get in!
Pump your preteen legs!
Hold
You're not
up the fly
preteen
swatter.
anymore.
Get back
You're
in there.
you're an adolescent now, Gregory. You're a
I'm
young
not
man.
ready to grow up!
That's too
One of your
bad.
balls has dropped.
You are now
Only
in.
one- one
You
of
are now
3.
in the basement dungeon of a vampire dommy mommy. What do you think's about to happen? It's time to grow up, little boy.
Nothing Christian!
Nothing Christian, exactly.
No monkeys on the ship!
No
No
monkeys.
monkeys on the
No,
ship!
no, it's bad times. It's bad. Basement
Is
of
that just
Rusty.
your-
This is
your
my
trauma
basement.
phrase
This is my
now?
basement.
Well,
That
once
is the
I saw
trauma phase.
Mr. Maker pull out the pipe, he just had a little flashback moment. It's like, no monkeys
Oh yeah,
on the
because
ship.
you smoked on the yeah,
No
yeah,
monkeys
yeah.
on the ship!
Yep.
Okay.
Dude, that's the funny
Oh, they're
mission.
smoking.
No monkeys on the
Oh,
ship.
Hell's Corp is in the waiting room. Let's go. Rusty's basement. Yeah, I guess we're in Rusty's basement adjacent
back?
right now.
Well, it's nice for you to rejoin us.
Oh,
The adjacent, if you will. So we should be
Adjacent.
good. You're back. What's up, buddy? Glad you have internet.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's because I hooked up something new to my internet. It just borked it. For a
Gave you the
minute.
borks. All right. It happens.
Bork.
It happens.
Bork, bork,
I'm gonna,
bork, bork.
I'm gonna self-hydrate
bork,
a bit
bork.
because it's fucking toasty down here.
If you
It's
haven't
like a
heard the
million
Muppets sing
degrees
the
in this office.
Carmen,
I'm
go
good.
It's good.
listen to the Muppets sing the Carmen.
It's quite lovely.
Okay.
It's amazing.
We'll check it out at your recommendation. If I don't like it, on your head be it.
Rusty's basement.
Yes,
Yeah.
my lord.
Yeah, I was saying they're in the. It's time for Gregory to grow up. He's in the vampire dommy mommy sexy basement, and now apparently that's being dubbed Rusty's basement because I definitely have a creepy sex dungeon. Totally. a
Who
thing.
doesn't?
I do.
Who doesn't? Yeah, exactly. Right. You got never mind. That's neither here nor there. So,
Is it for murder though?
no,
We
no,
are a
this is a
certain
murder
type
for
of
this
pirate.
is a positive sex dungeon. Okay, all right. Damn, dude. I don't know what you're doing
Mine's a
in
murder
yours, but it
dungeon.
ain't like this. Hell's Cam is
I'm
amazing.
telling you mine.
AI Hells is my favorite. Okay, it's great. It is fucking wonderful. So, let's pick it up where we left off. The group of you, Mantuka still acting a little strangely. You all still recovering from the knife that he planted firmly in your back a few minutes ago up at T. As he is just ushered into the cell with you, quickly leans over, whispers something to the guard, who stands up a little straighter and then closes the cell behind you and seals the door with what appears to be some kind of spell. And as the four of you kind of examine the room around you, find the pile of bodies all drained of blood by a singular fang mark in the neck. I hate Hell's soundboard. I want to stab him, it, them, same time, both.
My whole body just concaved into itself.
Yeah, that was rough. So, Mr. Maker, if you want to go ahead and drag yourself onto the little space or into the little creepy room, you guys find yourself in here. Like I said, large steel door on the south wall, about 10-15 feet high. Very, very massive. What are you all doing? You find yourself just alone in the basement. They don't seem to be paying any attention to you for the time being. What are you doing?
I want to inspect the steel bars.
Mm-hmm.
You said one of the doors was a bar.
The door you came in was a series of bars, and like as it closed, he waved his hand over it and kind of saw this little wave of green energy do so.
Yeah, I just want to check it out, see if I can figure out what is holding it.
Roll me
Because
an
it's
Arcana
obviously got a magical enchantment on it, right?
check. Mm-hmm. Roll me an Arcana.
You said Arcana.
Mm-hmm. And-
I'll let that ride.
Okay. You gather this magic is a little beyond you. Definitely enchanted. More than likely something to keep you from making your way or making an escape out, but a little beyond your understanding. I.e. something that the DM homebrewed.
Right.
You sense homebrew magic.
Rusty's basement magic.
Rusty's basement magic, yep. Oh no.
Nice.
What else?
Let's not
Like,
call
what's
it
up,
that.
Liz?
Let's
How's it
not.
going?
Like,
How's it
that's
going,
kind of like a
Silver Wolf, too?
molestation vibe.
Oh no.
Basement
I don't like
voodoo?
that. I don't
Like, just
I don't
Mumbo
like
jumbo
Rusty is, like-
basement.
Oh my god.
I don't like any of that. I don't like it.
What
It's
else
not
is
the
in
vibe.
the...
Creepy vampire Dami Mommy basement. What else is in the room? There is a drain in the bottom that you see water that's kind of just dripping down the walls that have just been carved out of the stone, kind of just drains down so this room doesn't gradually fill up. Apart from that, there are...
Oh, it has a
dead-
humidifier.
Yeah, you hold your torch up. There are torches on the walls that you can light up and everything as you do. It's just an empty room with that large door on the south wall, the bars on the eastern, and the massive pile of blood-drained bodies in the corner.
Does the do the walls seem like they're enchanted?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Or,
I hope you turn into a
I'd like to
fucking
do
badger.
two things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do a ping of my undead mabobbers. Are there any undead within that pile? Or in the room with us?
As you try to cast and channel magic, nothing happens.
Not magic?
Mm.
Divine sense.
No magical effects in here whatsoever.
Oh.
Your magic is not gonna work in here, motherfucker.
Just because it's holy magic doesn't mean it isn't magic. Magic is still magic.
Your ship be shield, mother upper.
Is this-
And Hell's is you can, as far as you can tell, it looks like there is some kind of enchantment that's been carved into these walls.
How far up does it go?
Oh, cat. The roof's about 10 feet high. Not overly tall. About as tall as the big steel door.
Is it? And it's just solid. It's like it was carved out
All
of stone. rock?
solid stone. Hard solid stone. Granite.
And
So
I'd
even
like
this
to fashion a bed
doesn't
out of
work.
some of the dead bodies.
Easily done. They're kind of crunchy as you go over to the pile of corpses. You pull one, it's like as it kind of pulls out of the other bodies, and you lace them down and form the creepy body bed. You fucking weirdo.
Body
you
bed.
kind of like
God.
lay down.
Put my hands behind
You
my
lay
back.
down.
Body
You lay
bed,
down on the bodies
body
and put your heads
bed.
back. Body bed.
Yeah.
You
Well,
kind of lean
well,
back, and as
really.
you do, like you all watch Mr. Maker doing this, and as he leans back onto the bed, you just hear a sickening crunch. It's like,
Well,
as he
suit
lays down.
yourself. And I'm gonna take the straps. I'm gonna take my backpack off that I still have
Wait, hold on.
and undo a couple of straps
No,
on it.
this
and
already
roll my
happened,
bedroll
Hell's Corp. Okay, yep.
And
Yep.
set it down on the opposite side. Of
You
the
set
room
it
from where
down on
he
the
is.
nice, dry, blood-free stone in the nice corner. Yeah, easily done, easily done.
As soon as I lay down, I hear a yelp.
Oh yeah!
I forgot about Spartle.
You're Spartle Bjorn.
Did
Oh
you
my
not take off
God.
Spartle? I just thought you took him
No.
off. Is he just
No,
always in the
no.
Bjorn?
Yeah, he's always
Wait,
in
does
Bjorn. That's
does
where
the
he's-
Bjorn come off? Like, is he able to leave the Bjorn, or is it permanent
mean-
now? Is he permanently affixed?
He's happier there.
Was he there for that whole
Ask him.
meeting?
Yeah.
He was. He literally
Yes, he was.
The whole meeting just sitting up.
You know, we have the
Eating
seat for the
things.
I'm
Sit
happy
it to the
here.
I bet he was just eating things and drinking. And
The
not
fucking-
being
With
paid
a
the-
matching
attention to.
shirt.
The fucking Master Roshi outfit was so good.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
and he's also in like a mini.
God.
I didn't mention this earlier, but he's also in like a mini version of my suit. Where he's got like the purple suit on his back.
Of course.
Okay,
Yeah. So
Dr.
as you
Evil.
crunch down into this pile of corpses, you hear Spartle just let out a sickening yelp as his face is just pressed into like crunchy,
Oh my God,
dead,
I'm dying.
corpsey bodies.
I sit up, take
Ooh.
off the backpack, and let him out.
Shouldn't have done that before.
I forgot. All right, here, come take a sit on my lap.
There's just like dust on his face, and he kind of just wipes it off. I'm
Come
good.
sit up here on the bed.
I'm good. And he goes and sits his back up against one of the stone walls and just kind of like sits there, contemplates life a little bit. He's like, so how do I know how we ended up down here? How's that? What the fuck are we gonna do, boss?
Oh, we're gonna get out of here, but I need some time to think it over.
Okay, you do that.
We are gonna get out of here, right? Stan? Mantuka?
Of course, we'll be fine.
I'm not saying like too long. Quick boy.
Yeah, what's wrong with being down here, Mantuka?
I don't think I can deal with being captured again. I'm already getting really sweaty. This is it's a very
You're
small
already
room.
there.
It's-
Surprise.
Getting smaller and smaller.
Stan comes over and pats Gregory on the back. Don't worry, Gregory. We'll be fine.
Mm-hmm,
Just-
mm-hmm.
Time to nut up.
That's what you told me when we got into the back of that caravan. That was how
Should
long
have
were
got in
we
the back
there?
of that caravan. Should have came to the
The
non-sex worker location.
the
Non
the
who?
ca-
What? Where? What?
Yeah, you should have came with us to find something.
Mm. Ooh, okay. So she's an interesting lady.
Yeah, and she's a vampire.
She's a what now?
I didn't see any fangs. We can't label people, especially nowadays.
Shut up, Mantuka. Why? Why? Just
What's going
because
on- what's
she
going
has
on
a
with
Do you
you?
tiny-
know she's a vampire?
I mean, 99.9% sure.
Like, you can look at me. I'm a Minotaur. Roger. Cool. Take care of you,
Yes.
fucking.
Mantuka, look at the fucking pile of bodies with puncture wounds in the neck that have no blood.
Okay, Roger. Did you see her do it?
all holes in the neck.
We don't have to see her do it. She's the owner of this place. Not to mention every guard in this place is... Oh, yeah, I didn't tell you guys this. My bad. They're very fucking perfumed, but they're very obviously dead.
Undead, actually. I was able to figure that out as well.
I meant undead, but...
Maybe
Yeah.
she has
I
friends
assumed
who
you would
like
get
to
what I meant.
party in a situational way. I'm just saying. You
I pick
didn't
up an
see her
arm
bite anything.
out of the bodies
Mhm.
and toss it at Mantuka.
I have one too. Did you see her like you didn't see it? Like you didn't you didn't see it. Did you see it? I didn't see it.
No, I literally,
I just stood here.
I chuck it at him.
Okay,
Like, where is that?
roll me a ranged attack, such as dexterity. I'm gonna say you're not proficient in arms, so it's just dexterity. It's a natural one. As you like, you grab it by the wrist and go to throw it, and as it does, the hand kind of sticks a little, and like the rest of the arm just onto the floor, and you're still just left holding
No quiero.
a decrepit human hand in your hand.
No mas.
Yeah, just like in kind of a fucked up handshake, basically. Yeah, like
Cute.
what Stanny's doing right now.
Fuck
Yeah.
it.
Go ahead.
And I
You
put
can
it
try
down.
to throw corpses at me all you want. You know I'm right. You're a smart guy. You're like, ooh, flash of genius. Legit. You didn't see
You're
it.
not right. You're not right. There is no shot in hell that you're right.
At what
Mhm.
point did you see her touch anyone? Much
She's
less
been
bite
alive.
anyone.
How long has she been alive, Stanny?
How long have we been
Mm.
here? Have you seen
Pro-
her do anything like that?
Probably around over 1,000 years.
Give or take.
She's been alive for over 1,000 years. She has a pile of dead bodies with puncture wounds in the neck and no blood We're in the fucking vampiric woods, for fuck's sake.
It could be your butler.
Eh.
It's always
Did
a
you
butler.
see a butler?
Shady
Did
fucking
you see a butler?
I don't know. We
Several.
were here for about half an hour, and then
Several
look at us, we're in
butlers.
jail because you guys are
Look,
like,
look.
can't
Oh,
talk to
all right,
people.
all right.
Be a good man, Juka, but I can't fucking talk to people. La, 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 la.
Oh dear. We could assume that maybe she's okay. I look right at Mr. Maker when I say that, and I kind of like roll my eyes a little bit. I'm just like, that
Okay,
she's
listen,
okay.
I glare back.
I get it. You have suspicions.
It's not a suspicion!
No, stop. Either talking, Glaive. So just save your reservations, and then if she bites someone, still be guarded. I get it. Yeah.
Well, I can also tell you for a fact that she is an undead of some kind.
100. There are a lot of like undead. I was
That
saying,
live
maybe it's
over
not her.
1,000 years.
They hang out with like people, covens and stuff, like they're witches and they're hags. It's just still book of
All
valid.
right,
I'm just saying,
all right,
maybe she's
Manchuka,
not
wait.
the bite.
No, hold on, stop. Let's
Let's-
sleep it off. It's been a hell of a day. We'll talk about this more when we get a good rest. How about
We
that?
have to sleep. We're sleeping
We're
here
gonna get
tonight.
arrested.
Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Why-
literally,
why
it doesn't.
Why do you think I was making a bed?
That's a good point.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
gonna. I can't cast spells. I just tried and nothing worked.
Gregory just opens the box, tries, slaps the mask on, just starts trying everything.
Nothing. Yep, every tool at your disposal. Useless.
I kind of thought we were gonna try and get out of here like now. No, okay, okay.
Are there any
I
like
think
physical locks on the doors from when I was looking at them?
Yeah, technically.
Can I try to pick the lock?
Can.
I would like to try to pick the lock.
Go ahead and roll me. It would be thieves' tools plus dexterity and proficiency. So just dex and proficiency added to your roll.
Stanislav
Okay.
pauses for a sec when he sees Mr. Maker doing this. He's just like, good
So
luck.
a d20 plus my dex and my proficiency bonus.
That's it.
Plus whatever. Did that not go through? Oh, it did. 14 plus
14. Yeah.
4 plus wait, hold on.
4.
I think I have a thing where if I use tools, I get
You
double?
do. Yeah, you get a lot of bonuses for that.
Yeah,
But I can tell you right
plus
now,
8.
you're rolling high enough on it. As you take the
So,
lockpick and like you
8
begin
plus-
working your lockpick tools into this, what seems like a very mundane, simple lock to be guarding you. You begin to move it around. You push up one pin, push up another pin. You're kind of getting to the third one, and as you start to push it, you feel a vibration in the lockpick, and it grows and grows. And as it does, you feel something kind of suck into the door, like almost a gravitational pull inward, and then a poof
Shit.
bursts off of the door as you do so. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okie doke.
Everyone else is fine
nat
because none of
20.
you are standing. Hey, you're
Oh,
good.
shit.
You are only going to take half damage.
Nice roll.
Thank you. This is still a good roll. I'm not upset about that. So you do take half damage. It's not the Thunderwave spell. I just needed the 2d8 for that. You just feel a burst back, and you're pushed about 20 feet back from the door, sliding to a halt on the cold, wet stone. And you take, we round up, so 8 points of thunder damage.
Maker.
Just pure concussive force. Your ears are ringing. You're pretty sure you might have ruptured an eardrum on that one. Your chest hurts like someone just punched you, walloped you straight in the sternum, and you're just like on your ass away from the door, looking back, and you see your lockpick sticking out, just barely, like slightly indented or embedded in the stone wall behind you.
I think I have multiple sets of thieves' tools for some reason.
Doesn't hurt. Based on your previous checks, you gather that will happen every time you try. This is a
I figured.
magically enchanted lock that is more than likely unpickable. Seems like for now,
I figured as much.
you guys are stuck. So,
All right, I'll go to bed.
What are we
You
doing to
try and
pass
make her,
the
and that's
time?
all that matters.
Is anyone taking watches? What's the game plan?
Watches
Right.
for
Man,
what?
Tuca, what's up?
I want
Good
to
point.
try to commune with Mogus, just away from the group. Nothing, like no message, just looking for a feeling.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's it.
Roll
That's
me.
all.
I don't know what check to do because I know you're not good at religion.
Oh, I'm
seems
sure as shit.
Yeah,
not good
it
at
seems unfair. I'll say wisdom. There's gonna be a wisdom moment as you kind of sit. Just roll me a straight wisdom check as you sit and just kind of ponder and like center your thoughts inward on what is going
Not
on
20.
around you.
Nice.
I know it doesn't matter. 'Cause
If
it's a check, but-
Mogus was, it is. I mean, we like to flavor the nat 20s a little, right? We flavor the nat 20s and nat ones on skill checks. They don't
Yeah.
auto success.
Can I borrow a feeling? There you go.
There you go.
Amazing.
So as you kind of sit there and you focus and center yourself and turn your thoughts inward, the one feeling you're getting from your deity, and you're not sure if this is him communicating with you or if this is just an internalized voice that you represent as your god, but if there is one thing you would be feeling right now, it would be anger at you, and I don't want to say shame, that's not the word, disappointment.
He's not mad. He's disappointed.
Yeah.
No, he's mad and disappointed.
And like you almost feel
I'm always mad.
you almost feel shamed yourself, like you feel like you've done something here today while encountering this vampire mistress that has maybe made you seem weak. The Countess Levana made you seem weak in the eyes of your deity. You're not sure why. You don't understand why you're feeling that way. And you won't for a few more hours until that shit wears off. It lasts 24 hours, by the way.
Boy,
So
both
it's
just want to fuck.
gonna be a hot minute. So if you get you feel shame, you feel like you have done something to anger your god, and he isn't fucking being clear why, and you can't figure it out yourself. It is frustrating and it is angering.
Spoiler alert! It's not the first and won't be the last time. Felt shame.
This is true.
Stanislav also kind of wants to do something similar, but just going to kind of lie down on his bedroll and hold his symbol of Torm and close his eyes and just kind of reach out and ask, like, what happened, what with JT the Just to cause her to be like this. Like, he wants to try and get some sort of insight as to why she's so hurt.
Roll me a religion check. At advantage.
And then
20.
20 total.
Again, this is less commune with your god. You're not
Mhm.
getting anything directly from him. In fact, you feel, as you're unable to cast, your very connection to your deity is more or less severed, if not heavily strained. But you do still have your faith, and that means whatever it means to you inside. So you, again, like very much like Mantuka, you spend some time focusing and trying to think back over any of the scripture, anything you might have learned during your time in temple, and you just seek clarity in your own thoughts for a little bit. There's nothing that really stands out to you. You do know, again, his life was given in defense of Southwatch. At the gate fighting the armies of Ropesh, and while he was married, that was not a super well talked about fact. While you don't have a clear answer as to what might have turned her away, it must have been something truly harrowing or heartbreaking for her to have done so. You gather it went beyond the death of her husband. When you think back to that second painting you were looking at, the one where you first saw that true hint of sadness and longing in her eyes, along with that was the sense of someone who had been cast aside. Maybe not intentionally, but someone who had been cast aside. Someone who had not been chosen.
Mr. Maker would... Oh, if this is done. Are we done? I don't want to interrupt.
Just kind of reflect on that, and yeah, I mean, we're in a prison cell. There's no sense in anyone taking
Yeah,
a watch.
no. Mr. Maker, you kind of lie down on your bed again with a sickening crunch.
Oh God.
I would like to do the same thing as Mantuka and Stanislav and pull out my bag of money and begin to commune with it.
Okay, you want to commune with money.
Give me guidance.
Okay, money give you guidance.
Amazing.
All right. Oh. There's no like money check.
Almighty dollar.
I want to be like, roll me a wealth check. Religion is tied to what? Intelligence?
Is it?
Religion int or wisdom based?
Yes.
It is int based.
Intelligence.
Okay, roll me a fucking religion check, please. Please, Mr. Maker. 11. Okay. Have you flashed
Flash
of genius? Okay,
Of
16.
course.
For the first time in your life, you're thinking to yourself, I have all these crazy business ideas. And sometimes they don't work out as well as they could. I'm wondering if there's anyone. And you start reminiscing back over all the different deities as you're holding your money bag. And you're like, I can't help but feel that maybe this money bag could be bigger.
Yes.
Maybe out there somewhere, there's either a deity or just yourself that will help make that bag of money bigger. And you gather the first thing you might want to invent in this situation. It might not make you a huge profit beyond living, is some kind of vampire repellent. But other than that, you're kind of at a loss. But you just sit there and you're like, this, you're kind of like holding the bag of money. You're like, this could be bigger. Could be more.
Actually,
We got a weather check.
speaking of,
And you rolled a d20. Okay,
I
you rolled
do-
Go ahead.
I do have some alchemist supplies. Is there anything? Can I like roll a history check to see what I know about vampires and what they are?
History or
what's the word
religion?
I'm
Yeah,
looking for?
sure. History or religion.
What they suck against.
And I'll flash a genius that too, just for
27.
fuck's sake.
Okay. In terms of alchemical shit, there's not a lot of potions and stuff that are gonna do anything, or alchemical ingredients. They are susceptible to sunlight. They're very sensitive to sunlight. They do not do well under magic attacks, but one thing that does strike you is that they are harmed by sources of running water. Other than that, there's nothing. There's no kind of alchemic or compound you can make together to kind of
So
deal
there's no
with that
garlic
in
of
any
this world.
No, there's no
Golden
garlic.
showers.
The stake to the heart thing does work. The whole not entering a residence without an invitation holds true. And with that 27, you basically spend the rest of the time until you fall asleep figuring out which part of vampire mythology is real, which part of it is based on farcical or farce and non-truths. And you, by the end of that, have a very clear idea of the type of person you're dealing with. Granted,
Is there
nothing
any,
alchemically
wood?
that could really do any major damage. Any wood in here? No. It's all stone and it is all steel.
Okay.
You do see some like remnants of clothes on these people that have just been torn to shreds. And now I guess that you've moved some of the bodies, you would see there's a variety of different things on here. One thing that strikes you as very odd about all of these bodies is they all appear to have come from places that do not look like here. Their fashion that they are wearing is not that of the people you saw in Ravencrest. They definitely look like outsiders.
Okay.
This is we're having
Mantuka,
fun.
are you still
You're locked in a cell.
goofy?
Oh yeah.
Fuck do you mean? Fucking goofy.
Okay.
Put on your fucking Hawaiian shirt on
because
again. Look fucking foolish.
I managed to
Foolish.
save against her dominate mind, right?
Mhm.
But I still would have known that it was happening.
Yep. Oh yeah. No, she did not hide that she was casting that spell
Oh.
at all. She fully raised her hand and cast it
Yeah.
at you.
So
Oh yeah.
in my head, I'm like, well, maybe that's all that's happened to Mantuka. And I tell the party this. Tell you, party.
I tell you, party.
True.
Maybe
I
he
tell
just
you,
got
party.
dominated.
Nobody dominates me.
Shut
I
up,
beat you in
Mantuka.
I beat you in the drinking contest and the wrestling contest.
That's not real.
I'm
All
just
right, big
saying,
guy.
maybe we give him a little bit of time to cool off. Does anybody have any old weapons with wooden handles on them?
I have so many weapons.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Smelly arsenal.
I mean, I don't know how much from Mr. Smelly. I mean, he was following. Yeah, your arsenal would be here, I guess, technically. They didn't really give a shit.
You said he was
Oh.
here.
Yep.
I have a wooden practice sword. I just would the box's like extra dimensional property still work? Would that still be a thing?
Nope.
Oh, I put my hand in the box and you just hear thud.
Bonk.
Thud. Yep.
Oh, that kind of sucks.
I turn
Yeah,
the
you-
box over and there's just nothing coming out of it. And I don't
is
like it
a-
in here.
Mundane wooden toy box with nothing in it.
I'm just hugging it.
As you
Man,
kind of look
Tuca.
down into the bottom, you see something you haven't seen in quite some time.
Bottom of
actually,
the box.
it's something you've never seen.
I would have never seen
You've
it at
never
all.
seen this unenchanted. You
box.
see a very familiar set of initials at the bottom, carved into the wood. That of your father, who the box once belonged to. He always told you it had been something he found or had been sold. You weren't aware that it had been a possession of his for most of his life. But as you look down, you see this toy box, the letters on which look like they were carved decades before today.
After a second of just like dead staring, everyone's like freaking out maybe about how Gregory's handling this. He just closes the box, and as it comes down, you see he's smiling. I can't use the box right now.
He's in shock, standing.
No,
Go over and punch him.
I think.
No, I learned that the last time I did that to you.
Hard
Absolutely not.
resets don't work.
How we solve mental trauma here. We beat you about it.
Unk
It's just the
filter.
Don't worry, Gregory. It's just the room.
Yeah, I think we'll be okay.
Mantuka.
We're all gonna be okay.
Sensing Gregory in this interaction, I'm gonna walk over towards him,
Yeah, there's like these are still your friends. Your opinion on them hasn't changed at all.
and I'm just gonna put my big like enlarged minotaur hand on his shoulder, not knowing what's going on with him, but just knowing something was going on. Just kind of give him a little broski shoulder grab, and then push him
Aw.
forward, and then keep walking by him.
As you push him forward and kind of go and find yourself a comfy place to sit for the night, you find your thoughts drifting back to the Countess, what she might be doing, how she might be spending her evening without you, and
In pure
What she might be
chaos.
wearing.
yep, you spend the rest of your night,
Or
your
not.
thoughts completely
Bathed in
transfixed
blood.
on
Oh my god.
the woman who has seemingly grabbed control over your very heart.
I would grab
and
control of her.
You spend the rest of the night spending time thinking about her. I think everyone's had a little moment now. Is anyone taking a rest? Is anyone taking a watch?
Yeah.
What's the game plan going forward here? Elscorp, you have advantage from here.
As Stanislav starts to doze off, he's like, "This is the nicest jail cell I've ever been in."
It is pretty well made, honestly. It's not too damp, apart from the pile
Huge.
of drained bodies on the side. Yeah, you gather it's huge because it maybe holds bigger things sometimes, but
Yeah.
you know, the big 15-foot
not
door kind
currently.
of gave you that impression.
Mhm.
So is
I-
everyone taking a sleep? Is anyone taking a watch? That's all I want to know.
I'll sleep.
Yeah, I'll
Greg seems
I'll
much more
call-
calm.
I'll sleep.
I'll put Svartle in front of the door and tell him to wake us up if anything of note happens,
Hold the door.
Oh, the door. Okay.
and then I'll go
Can
to
I?
sleep.
One quick thing, DM.
Mhm. What's up?
I'm just gonna be like, "Hey,
I'm having
Cash.
fun right now. This is dope.
Hey, Cash. Can you hear me?"
No answer.
Okay.
Aww.
Even that magic is faded.
Just wanted to see. Yep.
Is he still summoned somewhere?
Probably.
Yeah.
Not a
but
concentration spell.
if
What's he thinking? What's he thinking right
you want
now?
to know something really sad,
Yeah.
Sure.
he's up somewhere and he can't hear Stanislav anymore.
We need to get out of here!
I'm sorry.
He-
I'm sorry.
He would know that he would disappear if that would happen, because it has happened.
Yeah. No, but there's definitely a moment where Ikesh feels that connection. Ever for a moment.
Just
he
do the
Probably
came-
voice.
confused as hell.
Do the voice. Do this. Just say what he say. What would he say?
Boss? Where are you?
No!
Hello?
Aw.
Hello?
Bullwinkle is so sad.
Where are the apples?
Ah!
I was promised an apple.
I asked for what, and I got exactly what I wanted.
I'm sorry. Sorry to do that to you, buddy.
That's what I wanted. I wanted to feel that.
Okay.
Emotional
So,
damage.
Svartal is on watch tonight. You all wake up the following morning. You can't tell. There's no sun, no light whatsoever down here. You awaken all the following time, whenever. All untouched. You see Svartal sitting at the door. His eyes just wide with
Oh my
fear.
god.
His face pale. His bags just heavy under the eyes. It looks like he has not slept a fucking wink. He looks over to you. All clear, boss.
I pick him up by the
He's
waist and shove him
Just-
back in my backpack.
dumbfounded. You just put him into the baby Bjorn, and he almost like hangs there, just arms and feet limp, and he's like
What
staring into
happened
space.
last
a little.
night, Chief?
No. Just heard some stuff.
What'd
Um,
you hear?
Nothing came in. Nothing came in.
What did you hear?
I think there's stuff on the other side of that door.
Yeah, probably.
The end is never the end. Is never the end. Is never the end.
We got a long rest though.
I think they want to come in here.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, you get a long rest.
Cool.
He is scared shitless by whatever
Cool.
it was that happened last. And he just sits there hanging in the baby Bjorn. What are y'all doing? You're just sitting here. All you have to keep you company is the sound of rats occasionally scurrying in the pipes below. And looking at the bars, they are literally built into the stone. Like they were put down and then someone sealed them up with fucking mortar. So they are sealed tight. And there's just the sound of occasional water dripping down the walls and trickling down into the drain.
Well, I'm hungry, so I'm gonna pull out a ration. Slowly chew on it.
Mhm.
I
Jail
had
rats.
rations. I had rations too. In and I look at the box. Can I have
Oh,
one
yeah,
too?
of course.
I'm gonna break off some of my prison loaf for him.
Mhm, mhm.
Thank you. Thank you very
It's
much.
just like a dehydrated meatloaf.
Oh, God.
But
I start trying to write with my quill, and my hand starts cramping.
Yeah.
Oh no!
You start writing with your
Ow!
your quill of Neverkin.
No!
The carpal tunnel. It's too much.
It's not fair. There was time now.
Go ahead and roll me a
Why?
roll me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Without a +4 bonus because
With
I'm
no-
sure my auras
no,
are
yeah.
suppressed currently,
Okay.
yeah.
You feel like the cramping start to happen, but you resist the carpal tunnel for now. But at a moment, your hand does cramp out, and you're like, gotta give it a shake so it doesn't. And your quill of never cramping, the ever writing quill is
Quill of easy writing.
quill of easy writing. Thank you.
Yeah.
Is now just a mundane
Oh.
quill.
I put it back in my bag and then walk over to Mantuka.
Yep.
How you feeling, bud?
Your bag of holding too. Useless.
Yeah, I know. I put it in
Bag
my
of
bag.
bag.
Bag of
I got a
bag.
fanny pack.
Bag
I got
of
a fanny
bagging.
pack, and I got a backpack.
I love the fanny.
Feel
pack.
great. I woke up. I'm not dead.
Mhm.
I'm eating meatloaf.
The very
Can I
first
have
thing you think
a-
of Mantuka is the Countess. As soon as your eyes open, it's the first thing that pops into your.
Boom.
Can I?
Boner.
Does Mantuka get morning wood because
Yeah.
of that?
It's up to him. That's
Oh.
his. That's his.
Oh yeah.
Him and his boner's choice. I guess.
Just me in a loincloth, just like it's there. We're just talking. I'm red dogging it. Just
I want to
looking
take
at-
out a torch,
Okay. Easily
Please don't
done.
castrate me.
and I want to
Oh no.
take out 4 arrows
Mhm.
that go into my little pew pew wrist crossbow. I want to try to break the torch down into 4 equal segments, and then sharpen each one of those little segments and affix them to the end of the arrows.
Oh, you're just trying to
Extra
make a.
kill.
You're trying to make like a wooden arrowhead, basically.
Yeah, no,
Cool.
exactly.
Easily done. I would say just
Oh.
roll me a dexterity. And,
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, you can literally
Thank
pop the
you.
arrowheads off your bolts and fucking figure it out that way if you want to. I'll say roll me a tinker's check, so just dexterity and proficiency to see how many bolt stakes you can make.
+8.
Yeah, you're good. You're fine. From one torch, you'd probably manage to get like 4 out of that easily.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, you get 4. 4 darts or 4 crossbow bolts that are now stakes. They're weighted a little
I'll make 4
differently.
more if I can.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and roll me another check. Easily done. You gather they're weighted a little differently. They're not as front heavy, so you might have to compensate for that somehow or deal with that in a way.
That's fine.
Yeah, you're fine. You make another 4. Easy done. Easily done. You have 8. They do function as stakes too. Like you can literally just grab them and stake someone with them if you physically want to as well. You're hoping they're functional. You'll have to see how they perform against, actual flesh, but
Well,
you gather that's as
what I
good
wanna
as
Do
you
you
can
guys
get.
need weapons? Do you
What do I
not
wanna do
have
after I do
weapons?
What's up, Mr. Nick?
I want to go to the other side of the cell,
Mhm.
kind of like gesture everybody to clear out, set up a couple of the drained bodies
Mm-hmm.
as like targets, and attempt to see how effective it is. Test it out.
Okay. Okay. So
When Mantuka says that, I'm just like, don't worry, big guy. Tinkering helps keep him calm.
I must say, roll me a range attack roll at disadvantage, as this is the first time you're shooting this type of bolt, and you're gonna have to figure out how to compensate for it. And then roll me an intelligence check afterwards, please.
It's okay, Smelly. They'll want our weapons soon enough.
Did
A
that go
weapon.
through twice?
Yeah, you got a 21 and a 20.
Okay, cool.
Very good.
And you said intelligence?
Yeah, just straight intelligence, no damage. I'm just.
You stupid.
That's rough.
I'll flash a genius that.
Okay, so a 14 total. You kind of quickly go over the math in your head. How much weight did you take off the tip of the arrow? How are you going to have to compensate for it a little more? The momentum is going to be a little less, not going to penetrate as well. So you gather your range with these are about 10 feet shorter than normal, effectively. But it does shoot, it does pierce effectively, and you very quickly figure out, I would say 5. You have to take like 5 feet off your maximum range with these particular bolts. But
Cool.
for the most part, they function as normal. They do kind of struggle to penetrate the harder parts of the ribs, but for the most part, you figure you can get a kill shot with them. If all
Okay.
went well.
Sounds good.
If you are aiming specifically for the hearts, we are going to be using called shot mechanics for that eventually. Disadvantage.
Makes sense.
Easily done. So, how are you all spending your day? There are no visitors. No one comes down to the cell. You are left to your own devices. What are you doing? Mr. Maker spends the morning, I'd say, making those bolts and getting your practice in. So what's everyone else getting up to?
Go
Mental.
ahead, Mantuka.
Working out. Prison routine.
Okay, Mantuka's been in jail before, so prison.
I'm gonna teach you. It's not gonna be your first
So-
time in jail
yep.
if you stay alive.
Are you guys doing like a prison workout? The 3 of you right now?
Oh God,
Mhm.
no. It's just
Not
like
that kind of
smelling at me.
workout.
Like I don't want to do yoga or whatever the fuck he wants to do. Like mine's like
Excuse me.
straight bench, straight bench and curls. Like
You're just
Yeah, no.
benching Smelly?
yeah,
Curls
all
with
right.
Smelly? Okay. You see Mantuka
I'll
and
do-
Smelly immediately begin a fitness routine. Roll me an athletics check, please,
Fine by
Mantuka.
me.
And then a charisma check just to see how good a teacher you are.
athletics. I get advantage because I'm awesome, I guess. 27.
Yeah, okay, and now charisma check. Just
Charisma for me or Smelly?
from you. This
Well, I
is to
guess
see
it
how
wouldn't
good of an
really make sense for
instructor
him to be-
and how good of a gym trainer are. How good you gonna pump this dude up and get him ready to go? You know what I mean?
So just straight charisma?
Just straight
so you-
charisma. Yeah,
Alright.
just a very simple meter.
Ah, naked 16.
Nice.
Beautiful. We love a naked. Yeah. Okay. We love it. Let's go. So, with that, you manage to very quickly go through a very simplistic, very simple prison workout routine for Smelly and you. And like, you don't know how long you're gonna be here. You don't know how many days it's gonna be. You have no clue. So you spend the rest of that morning just going through this workout routine, occasionally having to curl Smelly, and then Smelly will take a turn just curling one of the dead, decrepit torsos that happen to be lying around. You're really making do with what you got. Roll me an athletics check for Smelly, please.
This could
Just
go
for
less
Smelly.
good.
Whatever
You're the
workouts
best
they're whatever workouts
around.
they're doing, Stanislav is going to be over on the other side of the room doing
Okay,
that, but for longer.
Strange question. Can I use my advantage?
Yes.
For Smelly. I
I
know
will-
it's supposed
I
to
will
declare
allow
it,
it.
but
Yep.
he's
yep.
better than a 1.
No, it's for funny. For
He's
funny.
better than a 1.
Thanks,
He's
guys.
better than a 1.
There you go. Smelly,
He's a-
thanks, all of you.
He's a 5 at best. No. 15? Okay. Athletic.
15,
We
mother
love that.
hubbard.
So it takes him a minute. He doesn't quite pick up what you're putting down at first. He's like, you want me to put my hands in the torso? It's all rot. And he just digs his arms in and starts doing curls with the torso. I think I got it. I think I got the hang of this.
I should explain slower. I get it.
Kind of gross, though. I'll be honest.
Whatever it takes to carry or lift slime body,
Yeah.
do it.
You know, if you
No complaint.
Never mind.
Nope.
It's fine. No.
Just pump.
Talking to the guy who wore a dead girl as a shield. So
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
That was so old, me.
That was so long ago. That was old Mantuka. That was session 23 Mantuka.
I was told that was bad, so I haven't done it since. I've grown up.
Maturing.
To be
is
fair,
what
it
we
was
call
only
that.
bad because of whose body it was. That
Yep.
can be a good idea.
Yep. True.
Tuka, be good. I'm good. I'm doing good.
So
I get in
Stanislav,
trouble.
What are you
Use
doing?
an
Yeah,
enemy
good
as a dead
development.
body shield.
What are you doing while all that's happening with Mantuka giving Smelly the workout routine? Edie.
I'm also working out, but harder than Mantuka.
Okay, roll me
because
an
he thinks I
athletics
can't
check.
work out.
You're trying to beat a 27.
Do you work out in armor? Like this was full plate? Like
I
full
also
armor?
rolled a 27. You're lucky I can't guidance.
Rollies. We got a rollies. I mean, you guys can tie if you want to. Are you getting competitive with it? Like, you look over Mantuka at one point, and Stanny is keeping perfect pace with you. Stanny, you look over Mantuka, doing the same. You guys are, like, literally doing the exact same workout at this point.
I'll stick with that.
You're
for
familiar
now,
with the
unless he
prison
tries
routine.
to. Yep.
Not
if he
me.
tries
I'm
to ramp
fucking
it up
pushing
on.
on. I'm
Okay.
ramping up.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah,
that.
so
Okay.
you see him look at you and just grit his jaw. He's like, I'm not going to
Ah.
lose to some shiny golden man. Fuck you. So we're
Even
going to do
though we're a-
rollies.
Even
Switch
though
into
we're a
one-arm
tight-knit
push-ups.
adventuring party and we're tight-knit, we're trying to assert prison dominance right
Yeah,
now.
we're
so I see
asserting
how-
person dominance. We love
Well,
that.
if I could fucking
Who's
advantage
t-
trying to
myself
figure
there.
out who the top
Who's
is.
topping?
Meanwhile,
That seems unfair.
Meanwhile, Smackers making
That
shanks
seems
over in the
that
corner.
seems unfair that Stanny doesn't get his class abilities, and you would rage. It's honorably.
I
It's
won't
up to
rage.
it's up to you
Rage
to decide
isn't
whether.
rage isn't magic. I don't care. You do you.
That's true. It's up to you. You make that.
You look
decision
over.
yourself, but
and Greg is holding onto a bandana coming out of the back of Mr. Maker's pocket.
Yeah. This is my prison bitch.
okay.
I look at
I'm glad we immediately established a pecking order in the prison. Okay, this is great.
Gregory's at the
So
bottom.
we need rollies from Mantuka and Stanny. We're gonna do contested
All right.
athletics check first. Do we want to do best of 3? Just do one-off rolls before we roll.
You tell me before I say what I'm gonna say.
I don't care. You choose Mantuka.
Let's just do one
Stanislav?
straight roll to settle it.
Okay.
Dominance asserted. Athletics,
So-
each of you. What's up?
I'm gonna switch to one-arm push-ups. I'm gonna look at Stanny. I'm gonna smile before I get my pose. I'm gonna punch myself in the jaw and rage, and then I'm gonna roll.
All right.
Okay. Go ahead. I guess roll with advantage. Stanny will see what he rolls because he's starting this.
Give yourself an
20.
underbite.
Oh, get off Mr. Smelly's
I already
page.
rolled
Jesus,
You
seventeen.
already
joke.
rolled. Yep. 17. I think Mantuka's gonna.
I'm
take
sure you're gonna get this. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, 24. It's not a huge margin, but it's a margin.
That
You look over at
doesn't
Mantuka
matter.
as he just puts one fist into the ground and stares at you and just starts
Mhm.
one arm push-upping himself while the other hand's just on his hip, like sending attitude your way. Kiss it.
Crazy though, they did roll the same on at least
I know.
one of those dice.
I know. It's nuts.
Yep.
And then Stanny, you're like, fuck. And you try to switch to a one-arm push-up, but you don't realize you're just on a bit of a mossy stone and you kind of slip and you stumble to push up. You do keep doing your push-ups, but Mantuka is now just paced ahead of you that much, but just slim margin. And Mantuka, you feel your energy channel inward, and while your deity may be angry and disappointed with you, you definitely feel like this is a small victory, and it means something. So,
I'm so horny for that vamp chick. Woo!
apart from the holding of the pocket, Gregory, what are you doing to spend your time here? You're the last one.
Gregory's mostly helping, watching. He seems calmer now. He's still not good, but he's much calmer than he was when he first got in. And he's doing a lot of just looking at the box, opening it and just smiling and then closing it.
Mr. Maker
Aw.
keeps passing torches to him and telling him to fucking sharpen them. Whether you do
Gotcha.
or not, you don't have to.
Oh, I got my little like dagger and it's just.
As you all sit, I'll tell you this. It is not a short stay.
Eh.
And you guys sit and you begin to settle into your routine as a day passes. 2 days. 3 days. On the 4th evening, right as you're getting ready to go to bed. You
How
see
many
a familiar...
shots I got now?
We'll just sit. You run out. How many torches did you have? Out of curiosity.
I had 8.
You had
Well,
8.
I had 10 total, and then I had 8 after making the first 2 into
Okay.
4s.
How many torches are you willing to spend over the course of 4 days?
All but 1.
Roll me just one basic tinkering check then, just dexterity
And
and,
I do-
proficiency, and we'll just see how many you get for all of it.
I do want to ask from Stanny and Gregory to grab 3 other torches from their packs and sharpen them, so we can have regular old melee torch, regular old melee stakes.
Easily
as
done.
well.
Easily done.
I
Go ahead
don't
and
have
just
one
make,
Tinker.
torches. Sorry,
go
bud.
ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Just make your roll there. You're good.
'Kay.
Just to finish it off.
I have torches, but no one wants me to make torches because I'm not going to stab someone or something.
Hey, does that
Good,
wear off?
Dexterity, add your
Prevent-
proficiency.
And see, I have torches, but they're all in the box. So
Plus 8, right? So 18?
Plus 5.
Isn't Mantuka normal up after the first
we got
night
a
in there?
hydrate from Druid.
Call
Yeah,
my
so...
boo, metal money, Mike.
23.
Mhm. You managed to say, with that roll, I would say you managed to get another 4 from each torch you're willing to spend. You do the, just choose how many you're willing to use. You will be in here for 4 days. You do notice at the end of the first day, as like you're settled it now, your first day in the dungeon has settled in. It's around the time that you would have arrived the night before, about a full day,
Yeah.
where you notice Mantuka kind of snap out of it. Mantuka, you feel your mind kind of refocus. Your thoughts of the Countess Maugreve no longer lustful or amorous, but now angry, betrayed. You feel that something was messed with in your head as that
Dirty
settles in.
abused.
And on the 4th day, as you guys spend, like I said, 2, 3, 4 days just in this cell, going through the routines of your day, doing whatever it is to keep yourselves busy to pass the time. On the 4th night, just as you feel like the moon would probably be rising, just getting ready to settle in for an evening's rest, you see a familiar face approach the cage, the bars, that of the Countess. Kind of leans forward. Well, it is done. Or at least it will be done before you can do anything to stop it.
I want to take a shot at her
Hold on. Okay. You fire.
before she even gets done talking.
No roll necessary. It hits a space between the bars, and you see a flash of green, and the arrow turns and rockets back towards you. Yeah. Go ahead and roll me a ranged attack, please.
Against yourself.
If it hits
that
your,
works.
if it beats your AC, it's hitting you.
God.
The 21?
It does.
Okay. Roll your
Yeah.
damage.
Okay. 7.
7. You fire the bolt. It hits, and you're like, you swear you aimed that perfectly. It was dead center heart, and it was one of your stake arrows. I'm assuming.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. And it bounces and just flies back at you with all of the same force that it was shot with, and it sinks right into your torso. You take 7 points of piercing damage from your own bolt. As she looks at you,
Ouch.
you could have let me finish talking, my dear. Though you don't seem particularly useful in that department, so I can understand your impatience. But, as I said, it is done. Or at least, close enough to being done, you can do nothing to stop it. A bit of a trip to the tomb, you see. But I had to keep you long enough for them to get there first. That being said, No further need for me to keep you here.
Something tells me you're not just going to let us walk out of here, though.
Actually, I was thinking of doing just that. But you have to swear to me you won't cause any trouble. For my people. For Ropesh. You will leave these lands and never return. If you do, I will come for you myself. Mantuka, she sees you. Roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Yes. Yes, I will. It's not your best. All right, let's see. Huzzah! Fuck. I mean,
You feel a very familiar sensation come over you. She's offering you a good deal. This is something a friend would do. She's offering to let you go without consequence. Now,
I want to kill the guard that touched me. That's it. Just fine.
He will be dealt with, sweetie. Don't you worry. Believe me, he met his end some time ago.
Look to rage
Now.
me again.
If you're willing to behave, accept your exile in peace, leave the kingdom of Eldris and never return, I will let you go. If not, well, he looks to the pile of bodies behind you. I have many mouths to feed. You're free to try your chances there. I wouldn't bet against you, but your choice.
Can we still communicate via Raven?
If you'd like to keep in touch, dear, you know where to find me.
So there's
I
a
had
chance.
considered keeping you, but
What's your Snapchat?
it would be rude to separate you from your friends. I am not an evil woman, you need to
Your
understand
grinder
that.
profile.
I am just a desperate one. I did what I had to do.
So desperate, you're dooming your own people.
My people will do fine.
Seems good to me. We don't die. Really want to stay here, though. Kind of
All right.
It's your
Fine.
choice. I have no intention of standing in your way any further. I did what I had to do. My job is done. I swore to the Dark Lord that I would not stand in his way, and I would stop anyone from doing so. Never said I would kill you. Believe me, the ones behind you, they got what they deserved. They were not good people. You
See,
are.
not a ledge.
That's why you're still alive.
Can I
Thank you.
insight check that?
Yeah, go ahead. Okay. She's being very earnest. Seems a fair deal. She did what she had to do as far as her mind is made up. She made the decision she had to make, and she, as far as you can pick up, feels no shame in having done so, and she's confident in that she made the right one. The deal she's offering you seems earnest, as does the threat that comes along with it, should you not honor your end.
What hurt you so bad to leave you to this level of cowardice? To condemn an entire continent?
The continent will do fine. Ropesh isn't here to destroy, he's here to rule. People fall in line, it won't be an issue. That is what you don't understand. Sometimes, you must swallow shit to save your people. I've done just that. That act being done, I now rinse the foul taste from my mouth and go on with my life. Are you accepting my deal? Or are you refusing it? It's a simple question. You're free to go. Go where you please. Do what you will. I can't promise the mists won't come for you. If you leave the town, I can only hold them off for so long.
Stanislav looks at Mr. Maker, and if what you say is true, then we have no more purpose here. We'll go.
She looks at Mr. Maker. You asked what it was that hurt me, so? He looks back to Stanislav. To the holy symbol on your neck. That. My husband stood a hero. He died valiantly. I would not seek to besmirch that in any way. But It was not his time. It was not fair. It should have never happened that way. And when I appealed to his faith, to the god whose symbol you wear around your neck, I was turned away. I was met with silence. That my request to bring back the man I loved had been so farcical, so outlandish, that I was meant to be cast out of society and judged by the very faith you hold dear. I would give everything I have to watch your temples burn. Don't confuse that for a second. The only reason you live, and I'm offering this deal to everyone, because I understand what my husband gave his life for. And I would not further anger his god by having any further holy men's blood on my hands. You did not come here to attack me. You did not come here to fight me. I have no problems with you. Go and defend your temple in whatever way you see fit, but know that it will burn in the end. And I will be there. And perhaps next time I turn to a god for help, they will not be silent to my pleas. And when I give up everything, my very soul, for the power to bring back my husband, only for him to turn on me forever doing so, well, perhaps you understand where the pain is coming from. The man I love chose that holy symbol, a useless, thankless god, over me. And when I tried to undo that, he turned his back on me again.
Undo that?
I have tried. Unfortunately, deals were made. And when those deals were made, they could not be undone. I have made my bed, and I do my best to lie in it. It is not peaceful, and believe me, it is riddled with thorns. But I tried, and I was met with nothing. So damn you, and damn your faith. You can leave, or you can stay here and die. I've given you two choices. Make up your mind. My gods will honor it. Now, if you don't mind, I have somewhere I have to be. This is the last chance I have to see him again. Make up your mind. Tell the
Is
gods.
the door open?
Nope. Still
Okay.
speaking through the cages. Make up your minds. Tell my gods what you decide, and they will honor it. Be wary of the roads and try to travel at the sun's height as best you can. Keep out of the forests and stay on the road. Maybe you'll find your way to safety, that you might die in the arms of those you loved, as I was so robbed. Goodbye. She turns as her robe kind of flows in the wind, her hair kind of
Wait.
whips around.
Wait,
just-
please.
Looks back over her shoulder.
Gregory's
Child.
tears are streaming down Gregory's face behind the box. He sort of brings it down. If you ever call on us, we'll listen.
That would be a first. She doesn't even completely turn. She just walks up the stairs before you get a chance to finish.
Bye, Felicia.
And at that point, as you're all standing there in the cell, the offer having been made, everything coming into clarity, people's reasons, the understandings, and their motives, that is where we will call things for this evening, because I need a break. Yeah.
That was amazing!
Sorry.
Through that whole time, Stanislav was just standing, not imposingly, but boldly face to face with her, unflinchingly.
Oh, Mr. Baker was just glaring from the back.
Greg was crying. Holy shit, Pat, I'm sweating. That was incredible.
Yeah, me too. Okay, so that's
Alright, I
gonna be
gotta go,
it.
boys.
Thank you so much for joining, Hells. I love you, buddy. Thank you again. I'm sorry I yelled at you. It was all in character. I love you very much.
No, that was the Countess yelling at Mr. Maker.
That was the Countess
Yeah,
yelling
yeah.
at Mr. I know, but still, I
don't
feel bad.
think that you were. It's
I know.
fine.
You know I love you. You know I love you very deeply. Yeah.
Love you,
I'll
Halsey.
see you next week, homie. Bye.
Toodaloo, boys.
Love you,
Probably
buddy.
awakened something in Hells.
I'm a little emotional. So, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys.
That was good, dude. That was really good. That was fucking.
Thank you all.
I like combat, but that was a fucking good episode.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it was.
Thank
Yeah.
you all for coming and being a part of that and hanging out. I'm sorry it got a little emotional and a little tense at the end.
Don't be.
but,
That was amazing.
all of this has been building up for quite a while, so I hope that kind of put things in perspective for you guys and helps influence your decisions going on to the next session. So I am gonna call it there. I'm a little emotional right now.
And hopefully I did what you wanted.
You
Nothing
nailed
to
it.
take away
Yeah,
from
you
anything.
nailed it. So for everyone who's unclear, last session before we even started, I had the whole party roll wisdom saves. I was only targeting Mantuka, but I wanted them to all roll it, so it was secret. He failed, and from that point I messaged him telling him he'd be charmed by the vampire. So he had to role play that whole session as if he was in her pocket and still friends with the party. So it was intense.
In her
guys.
pocket
That
and out
was-
of pocket.
That was
Fuck
I mean,
pussy.
you know what? Avarian CA is just chatting. He is a local
Just so
streamer.
you know,
Yep, go ahead.
if I was able to cast and use all my magic, that would not have gone the way it did.
Okay, you're just toying around with OBS for a
Fair
minute, so we're not going to raid out over there because toying with OBS is
that
not
bitch
super
up.
fun. We'll do that another night. Let's find a D&D streamer who's doing some stuff. What are you doing?
After that last part, though, I think I might die for her.
Okay, we're gonna raid out on D&D with me. He is currently making some homebrew monsters, and that
Gotta
sounds
go, bro.
sounds really fun. So I'm sad.
He's got a GoPro, legit.
She has a GoPro, yeah.
So we're gonna raid out over there, y'all. If you want to join the Discord, swing in there and check it out. We'll be hanging out every Saturday doing movie nights now. I'm gonna keep up with it. We did Rush Hour on Saturday. We're gonna maybe do Rush Hour 3 this Saturday. We'll see. Otherwise, you can check out all the previous episodes on YouTube. We upload them a week after they come out. Thank you again, Dro. That's very nice of you. Bye, Ray. Why bye forever? That sounds sad. I don't want that. No bye forever.
Kitty.
Other than that, if you want to check out the homebrew lore I've all written up, you can go to that page there. Check it all out. There's a bunch of good stuff on there. I update it as we're doing stuff. You feel free to explore. Have yourself a good one. Last but not least, if you got the emotes, feel free to drop those. And I will be catching you tomorrow playing some Far Cry 6 with Kieran here. I'm very excited. We're actually going to fucking beat it. Eventually. Not tomorrow, but
Fart
soon.
cry.
I really hope so. Fart cry. Yes, fart cry. In the meantime, y'all,
Cry when I fart.
please be good to each other. Tell y'all you love each other. Get the feels out there. I love you guys. Thank you all for being here. I have been rusty and I have been emotional. These have been my friends, and I will see you tomorrow for some Far Cry action. Bye.